Gaius and like
And
Rana
we
and
are live.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Yellow.
I have food.
What were you saying about the Zflings?
Oh, I said given the Zflings and then like Rana and Briseis and everything, we are basically very sibling coded.
Yeah, very sibling coded. For sure, Z's. What was I just doing with my life? Something dumb. Okay, how's everybody doing today?
I'm waking up.
Same.
Nice. Yeah. I am currently getting over some food poisoning, so but I'm doing okay. I was looking around for the drugs, like the Mariah has to sing tonight drugs.
I'm sorry, the what?
So, Mariah has to sing tonight drugs.
That's a reference that goes over my head.
Like the stuff that performers take so that they're ready to go for concerts and they're
Cocaine?
not puking their guts up. No, not
That was
cocaine.
what I was thinking. Z-Pack?
Okay.
I don't know.
So where we kind of left off on, wow, my music's really loud. Sorry.
I should probably put the music on.
Oh, that should be on the bingo sheet. If it's gonna have me forgetting my dice, which I have in front of me this whole time, then it should have you forgetting the music.
Fair.
Where we left off, fuck. Oh my god. Oh yeah. We had the dinner. That went swimmingly. A little bit of shenanigans occurred during that. But it was all in the name for Sonari to get into Lord Fitzgerald's office and look for clues. She found a lot, including locations and drop-off points for Nightwing shipments. Nightwing being the plant that was involved in the murder of Lord Partington, in addition to a contract due to a very good investigation check, I think it was, a contract between Lord Fitzgerald and an unknown person who only signs the contract with a sort of black sun sort of signature. And in addition to the dinner, Madeline got some nice catch-up time with her friend Priscilla, essentially sharing like, I'm a rebel now, and Priscilla's like, are you? But we'll see. After sneaking out in the night to meet up with Gaius and Sonari at Gaius's place, so Sonari could share everything she found, it was incumbent upon them to pitch the idea of a night raid to one of these factories. But after reaching out to Arbeliel, who so wisely reminded them that they have a funeral to get to in the morning, I think it was said that Arbeliel was just on his way over to Gaius's place so they could all touch base and maybe come up with a game plan. So that is where we are. We could probably jump over to Arbeliel. You're just on your way over to Gaius's, right?
Yep, and I think I'm just going there on foot,
Mhm.
not taking a horse or a McDonald.
Okay, you don't want to support the local businesses. That's fine, I guess. Pretty
I
par
mean,
of the course.
it's like 1 a.m. at this point, probably. I don't even know if the McDonald's are in service at this hour.
They are.
I don't want to put that to the test.
Okay.
I mean, I took a it wasn't Donald McDonald. I took a McDonald to the apartment like not that long ago, so.
All right, if I happen to see a McDonald pulled over on the side of the street with nobody in his carriage, I'll hop in and take the McDonald to Gaius'
Give
place.
me a history check real quick. Please.
Oh, Barbie's good at that, apparently. I don't think I've ever rolled history with them before. That's an 18.
You would know just from your many years in Sargenty, it's not so much, it's kind of strange actually, but it's not so much that you see McDonald's kind of loitering around or going up and down the streets, but more so when you find you have a need of one or when you throw your arm out to hail a cab, they're just there. They come right around the corner.
Oh god, they're the night bus. Yeah, okay, so I think our Balreal will start going on foot, and then he'll remember just how far away Gaius' apartment is from, the upper class mansions, and he will call for McDonald.
Okay, so you throw your arm out and you hear the kind of soft clip-clopping of hooves from around the corner, and in the streetlight you see the very familiar sigil of the McDonald transportation system pull up next to you. This guy is not really up for chatting very much. He just jumps down from coach's seat and opens the door for you because he can tell that you're a very important man, and you climb on in, and he asks where you're wanting to go.
And I give him Gaius' address, which is something that our Balreal knows, but I do not.
It's okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember it either.
It's in the VOD somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I probably should have written that down, but I forgot.
I also
so yeah,
should have written it down.
he gets you there way faster than he would have if you had just been walking. And in no time, you pull up to Gaius's apartment, and strangely, as you hop out, he doesn't do the usual tell your friends or anything. He just watches you get out, and then once you're on the ground, he just takes off into the night.
Before parting ways with the silent McDonald, I tip him generously.
He takes it, and without a word, just puts it in his back pocket, gives you a small nod, and then takes off. Like one of those Uber drivers who just doesn't talk, and you rate them 5 stars.
The best Uber drivers, yeah.
I was
Right?
gonna say the good ones.
Do not talk to me.
He's like, "What are you doing in New York City for the first time?" This is a scam.
Crimes?
I left work early because, sore throat and couldn't talk, and it's just in general not. And they're like, "Oh, so what are you doing for work? What are you?" I'm like, I can't really.
It's like, "Are you trying to traffic me?"
I rate every Uber driver 5 stars, regardless of how good or bad they are. Even the guy that accidentally took me to Mexico.
He was
have
trying to
many
traffic
questions.
you, Fox.
Well, it didn't work, so 5 stars.
Fox.
I forgot about that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, cross the border took you to Mexico?
Oh, we were right at the border when we turned around.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, how did you not notice you were getting taken to Mexico and got through border control?
Yeah, we were like 5 feet away from Tijuana, so
What was your demeanor during this? Like, were you scared? Were you chill? Like, what's up?
about the same as it is now.
We're getting off track.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Um,
Yeah,
I
so
would like
he
to hear the
goes off
story
to-
later.
Yeah, me too, actually. Okay, so he takes off into the night with a very generous tip in his pocket. And you're at
I
Guy's
just-
place.
I let myself in. I don't knock. Assuming the door's unlocked, I let myself in.
Yeah. You
And you walk into Gaius' apartment. Never been here before. But it's, would you say it's like sizable Gaius, or like kind of small, more bohemian?
it's pretty sizable. Like he wants to live down in this area, but he still needs a place for his things, and he likes to move around. So yeah, it's a decent size.
So you're here.
I wander into, I assume the main room, the living room, whatever it happens to be, where everyone else is. I go to where I hear voices.
It's probably just like right as you open the door, you see them. Gaius is just like sitting up on a countertop with like his legs just crossed, and he's like talking to Sonari. He's like, "Look, we could probably get to one of the warehouses tonight. One of us could pick the lock. We could get in, see what we can find."
Yeah, I agree, but it's also like, my dude, I know nothing about these places. Like, I know I'm not exactly the most professional, but I need to like taste a joint at least first. Like, what if we go walk in there and they're smuggling, like, this monster? What, they're smuggling owlbears? Oh, actually, that would really want an owlbear. But what if they're smuggling owlbears? We can't just walk into an owlbear den. We'll get eaten. She won't survive. She'll become their toothpick. And I'm just gesturing to Maddie.
I mean, yeah, you do have a point. If they're smuggling owlbears, first off, I'm gonna be pissed because I didn't hear about it. And yes, I want an owlbear too. Yeah,
but the point is, we don't know what we're walking into. We're here. We should plan. And I feel like there's something important on tomorrow as well that we need to do. But so we need to at least nap.
Oh, crap! The funeral.
Oh, that's it. That's why we're here. The dead guy. Yes, rest in peace.
Hi, Arbel real.
Oh, hey.
For the record, nobody smuggles owlbears anymore. The maintenance is too high.
Oh.
That's a fair point. But
I'll be here killing the vibes of my dreams.
I didn't say you couldn't get one. It's just a lot harder these days.
point is that we need a proper plan, and we can't execute it tonight, really, or tomorrow because of the funeral.
Do you need the case to joint yourself, or can we rely on one of your friends from your professional organization to do it for you?
And if we say that it's, in regards of,
well, I'll need to
giving proof, they would be very happy to help, I'm sure.
I would need to pop by anyway so we can get the thing off your head, Maddie. So I could probably ask them before the funeral and all that. By the way, do any of you remember what time the funeral was?
10.
Yes. Very early.
Yeah.
Crack of dawn.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. You did this, and all I could think was
thought that's what
absolute cinema. I was like, what is this? What is this? I'm an idiot.
We got a badass over here.
No, when I go like this, I go, Jesus, Jesus.
Denari,
No, I got time to pop in and see if I can organize a favor beforehand, but I would like some sleep as well. I do apologize. Yeah. It's been a night. I've had to do a lot of things. Had to rummage through her dad's study, and I had to look at all those awful animals for the poor things.
Do I need to go with you with this?
Probably wouldn't hurt simply because we need you to But if we want to be quick, I can't go through the whole song and dance of blindfolding you again. I'll do it on your behalf. It's all good.
Okay.
Then I can pat your head.
I should probably get back home anyway.
Yo guys, can I crash on your couch?
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, I just get back up and I'm just you can take my seat, Arby. I'm out for the count, and I just like literally just like fall back on the couch and just.
Would someone like to fill me in on why exactly you want to go sleuthing around a warehouse?
Well, seems that we have information into a full-on shipment of Nightwing being brought into the city. Was in Maddie's father's records. As he's just gonna take the documents that he's looking at, he's just gonna toss them over to Arby. There's a lot in there.
I see.
Do you by any chance recognize the symbol?
I will take a look at it, and is it something that I recognize?
You can give me a history check.
16.
I guess I would say that you don't recognize the symbol. But you would know from your dealings that usually when people sign with like a coat of arms or anything like that, they also have to put their name on it for it to be legally feasible. There's no name on this, so that doesn't mean it's not legally feasible, but it's probably something a little more in depth, or probably not so like, oh gosh, what's the word for it? I'm really got like brain fog today, guys. It's not as simple as just a coat of arms. Like this could be someone's like name or something. I bet you haven't ever seen this symbol before.
I can't say I recognize the symbol specifically, but I do recognize the practice of signing off on documents in this way.
This mean sort of like a secret code, but for your name?
I mean, I suppose it could mean that, but I don't necessarily think that that's the case here. I think this is just a piece of a larger puzzle, let's say.
If you want, you could also give me an insight check, Arbelriel.
17.
Okay, so you read it yourself. And this is clearly a contract and agreement between Lord Fitzgerald for the safe and prompt transport of various goods from the forest, but namely Nightwing. And in return, Fitzgeralds are given leeway and means to venture into the forest for any goods of their own if they wish. Like what they chose to venture into is tea leaves. In return for the freedom of gathering, whatever they wish. This benefactor who signs their name with like a black sun takes 10% of profits and the promise of discretion. It's stamped. It's stamped. You would probably say that something of this size, like this big of a contract, and the fact that it was per Sonari hidden away like this, it's probably the signature is meant to be like anonymous. It could be referring to like an organization or a singular person, but it's meant to be very like under the table stuff, especially if it's something you've never heard of.
So in my opinion, signing a document or a contract in this way with a recognizable symbol, but one that doesn't bear any names or family crests, implies that the signee would like to remain anonymous in this particular transaction. And I suppose that makes sense if they're in the business of bringing illegal goods into the city.
Suppose. Well, hopefully one of the eyes will be able to recognize where that symbol came from. If not, then my greatest hope is that I'm off the hook for what happened.
You may be off the hook, but what's this doing in your father's study? Who does he have dealings with that they have to remain so secret that they have to sign their name with a symbol? Is it safe for you to go back?
I have to go back. I snuck out of my house and I left a note for oh my god, how did I just forget her name? Is her name Priscilla? Yes.
Yes.
See, I left a note for Priscilla just saying I'll be back. And I have to be at home and prepare for the funeral, like prepare before I go to the funeral. So at the very least, I have to go back to make an appearance. Because if I just sneak out and then I show up later on in the day, there's going to be questions, and I can't handle questions right now.
All right, well, I'll see you back to your house then. Like, maybe I'm being a bit paranoid, but this just got a little deeper than just a house having their hands in things. We now have some unknown secret person, or who knows, organization getting large shipments of Nightwing in, and they're using your father as the source. I mean, if this were to come out, the only one that would be implicated would be your father, because you can't identify somebody by a symbol.
Maybe he's blackmailed?
Or they're using
I
him
don't know what for.
Or they're using him as a convenience, and if anything were found out, the only person that would be implicated would be him. I mean,
if I may, this is purely speculation on my part, so don't take my word as truth to what's happening here, but I get the impression that perhaps this anonymous contractee isn't necessarily using your father or his business or blackmailing him in a way, but this strikes me as a mutually beneficial agreement.
Because
it's possible, yes, exactly what you're getting at. It's possible that this mysterious benefactor is the reason that your father's company is able to go into the forest and collect your legal goods. In return for that passage into the forest, they also bring back the illegal goods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if this has been asked before. Do we know who controls who can go in and out of the forests? If there's any sort, if there's any sort of family or some sort of authority in the city that gives people the leeway to go into the forest to collect items and come out.
You can give me a history check if you like.
I forgot to do something. I forgot to open my character sheet.
Check?
No, I forgot to open my character sheet.
I don't ever want to hear you giving me crap for not having my dice out ever again.
Oh no, I'm still gonna give you crap.
What?
Yes, this tracks. That's gonna be a whopping history check of 8.
You actually, you know, with your years of just shunning your family business as much as possible, you don't really know how travel in and out of the forest really works. You have heard stories that the forest is extremely deadly, which is accurate. But you don't really know how these businesses have been able to get in and out with minimal loss of life. So maybe that's the real mystery in all of this.
So he's I think at that time he's gonna like look over to Arby, who's probably more sound in the ways of business and how things work in the city. Is there a family or some sort of like authority here in the city that maintains control of who can and who cannot go into the forests? I know there are families that do a lot of work in the forests, you know, lumber and everything like that, but is there anyone here who controls who's allowed to do anything?
So would our Belriel know if there's even just like a registry or anything that you have to like sign in through in order to access, or in order to, or a list or something where you have to go and be like, hey, we're going into the forest to collect such and such, and then you go, anything of that sort, not necessarily just a family or an individual that's in charge, but any sort of records pertaining to that.
Okay.
I mean,
You know that, were you gonna say something, Maddie? Sorry.
oh, it's okay. And I don't know if like anything in regards of like with my family when they go out, you know, do they have to sign a paperwork with like each individual person going into the
I guess
forest?
Arbelriel, you can give me a history check. Maddie, if you also want to give me a history check, that's fine. Or you guys could help each other and someone could do it with advantage.
I will help you.
Well, I rolled already and I rolled pretty well. So if you want to do a separate check to maybe get some additional information that's specific to your family, it's a possibility.
Because
I rolled a 19, so.
Just like straight 19?
Yeah.
Or like with the plus?
Yeah, it was 13 on the die plus my 6.
Okay. What about you, Maddie?
I wanted to do a history check to see if there's anything like my father had to like specifically say who's going into the forest and turn that into somewhere in regards
so
to
what did
that
you
for the
roll?
records. I rolled a 12, but I got a +2 to history, so 14 total.
Okay. Maddie, you're great. I would say that a lot of this is very much above your knowledge. I mean, at dinners and stuff, like it would be one ear out the other. You know that your father's company made trips pretty often to get tea leaves because you guys were always just like massively stocked. I mean, your business is booming. You had to make sure you had all of your, you know, goods and everything, so you could probably infer that they went in pretty often. But as to the regulations, like the specific legal regulations that comes to it, you probably wouldn't. But that's okay, you're great in other ways, you're smart and beautiful and great. Our Balriel, I would say that since you are very heavily involved in things like these, while some of it is kind of left to Emily, you know that there is no real specific regulation when it comes to going into the woods. More like when you guys go in, you place your banners at the entrance just to let others know, like, hey, we're in here, kind of so you guys don't like cross paths or anything, or like kind of get in each other's way. one of the things that was very controversial about Lord Partington, I will say with a role like that, you would know that something that was very controversial about Lord Partington is that he was very vocal about wanting to put regulations on how much people were going into the Vivraeus forest, how much they were taking, the fact that they weren't replenishing anything like that, the irreparable damage that was being done, and by the by, through that damage, how it kind of agitated the forest in general to cause such kind of loss of life. So he was very vocal about putting regulations on businesses, which a lot of business owners, like your dad, for instance, were not a fan of. Probably other businesses were not fans of it either, which made him very unpopular with some of the other nobles. So
So, as far as I know, there isn't any sort of central registry or organization in charge of keeping track of who's going into the forest and who's coming out and what they're taking. It's a very loose system, and a lot of the families have fought to keep it that way.
So there's
getting Nightwing.
Well, maybe not just Nightwing, but there's another reason as to why somebody would want Lord Partington dead. He was trying to implement limits on the comings and goings of goods from the forest. That would upset a lot of people.
It did upset a lot of people.
But the more we look into it, the more we just realize how many people just did not like him.
Yes, and I have my suspicions that it is not just the Fitzgeralds that are bringing Nightwing out of the forest. There are many families that go in there. There's a lot of cargo that is brought out.
Aside from the Nightwing and the lumber. 'Cause I know my family sometimes gets lumber from the forest to make the ships.
I mean,
I
people go in there to
suspect-
hunt. Sorry.
Yes, I suspect that if you look too deep into the dealings of all of the high houses, you will find some dirt, let's say.
I may need to talk to my family. But not tonight, and definitely not tomorrow. But now, as a fully active member of my family, maybe I can get some information as to what the hell is going on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my notes.
do you have questions? I can answer.
No, I'm trying to find them so I could write stuff down in it, but like every notebook that I pull out of my like D&D drawer doesn't have my T-Dop notes, and I don't know where I put them.
Throw them away because you hate this campaign. Makes sense.
Yeah, you found me out.
That's why I put mine in a Google Doc.
I have way too many things to run a Google Doc. Anyway. We should probably get some sleep before tomorrow comes and we're all ran ragged in order to attend this funeral.
You just hear this giant snore from Sonara and they go,
I will say this though. Let's keep an eye out for people.
Keep an eye out for what?
Sorry, I noticed I cut out. Like I saw the green light just die. Let's keep an eye out for people tomorrow. Like, okay, I don't know if it's exactly like in my books. You know, I tend to go off a lot of cliches and not when writing. But if you despise somebody, if you despise their beliefs so much, I have a feeling it would show if you were to show up to their funeral. You wouldn't have so much sorrow on your face. You may even have a glint of joy in your eyes.
Or the opposite. They could be putting on a show.
They could be very overreactive and are very bad actors. Exactly. Let's see if we can't pick out some of these people from the crowd. Give us more insight as to who we can start looking into.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I mean, I might not be the most business sound, but emotion and in times tragedy are where I thrive. Maybe I need to talk to some people.
And I have been working on a spell of where I can read what people are thinking. I can't do it too often. It drains me, but if there's anyone in particular that you want me to, I'll try to. I'll try it out.
Do it if you only know you're going to be safe. Given this is a very high-profile funeral, I would have my suspicions that they haven't asked Headmistress Holt or some other powerful mage to maybe put up defenses against spells, just in case.
Especially because the funeral's in the forest.
Yeah. Like, anything of that nature could invite tragedy.
That is a very good point. Then we should just kind of take note and create a list of suspects. Like real detectives.
Turns out when we go to the funeral, everybody's smiling.
Oh, God.
It's like everybody literally
Fuck this
just hated. Yeah, everybody literally just hated this guy.
They're like, yeah, fuck that guy. Totally wouldn't let us do our nefarious deeds. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. I almost spilled too much, so thank you.
Oh, well,
Dang
then
it,
I'm not
Cass.
sorry. How dare.
Dang it.
Damn you, Cass. All right, you guys wrapping up for the night, going to sleep, honk shoe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maddie, you said you had to get home. Guys, did you say that you were gonna take her home?
Yeah,
or
he's
Belial, are you staying here? Sonari's staying here.
Or Belial, are you staying there?
I think Arby has to go home because he has to get ready for the funeral in the morning. So all his clothes are at home. Before leaving, though, he will kind of get Maddie's attention. But can I speak to you outside for a moment, privately?
Of course. Yeah, of course. I go outside with him.
Going forward, be extra careful with this Nightwing business. I have reason to believe that it is very directly connected to the plague that's going around. Unfortunately, I can't tell you more.
Okay. And you didn't want to say anything to the others about this?
I am unable to. I made an agreement.
Real
with-
quick. Arbelriel, can you quickly shoot me a message on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you think you trust Maddie?
Do I get to know that number?
Mm-mm. Look away. All right. Can you roll me a d20 real quick?
I'm hoping that this isn't like a scale of low is bad, high is good, because I rolled a 1.
Oh. As you are speaking, oh man, you rolled a 1.
A 1.
As you're speaking to Maddie, you hear Headmistress Holt's words in your heads about trust. And as you go to say, I made a deal, you feel kind of like there's like a very cold fingers, not wrapped around your throat, but just slightly touching your throat, so that the words are like frozen. And you can't quite get it out.
So he stops mid-sentence there, and his eyes go just wide, and he's just staying in that position for several seconds before he like stumbles back a little bit and takes a deep breath, like he was holding his breath that whole time.
Are you all right?
Sorry, excuse me. I wanted to give you that warning. That's all. We should return to our homes.
Before we do, is this a secret between us and no one else? Just so I know.
There is nothing I can do to prevent you from sharing information.
Can I do an insight check?
Hell yeah, brother. What exactly are you trying to insight?
If he's, I mean, given that, like, him going back, like, stopping mid-sentence and going back and everything, and then him saying, like, there's nothing I can do. I don't know if it's something that he's physically unable to say and can't, and, like, wants and is trying to, in a way, tell me to tell other people, or if he really just wants it to stay between us.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that would be insight or arcana or anything
I think
like
that would be, I think insight's fine.
Okay. That's a
Rolled a
nat 20 for 22.
I think you can see that obviously Arbelriel can rub some people the wrong way. He seems like he's kind of full of himself, rich guy, etc. You know that he is not really one to put on a show for anyone. So when you see him take a step back, his eyes widen and his throat almost like constrict, it seems pretty real. It seems like he physically cannot share something with you.
Okay. If I were to tell someone else, how would you be mad at me? How would that fare for you?
I think I would be fine.
Okay, as long as, I and you're angry, your heart rate goes up and you're hurting, I don't want you to be mad at me. or be hurting in any way.
I shared with you what I was able to, and I trust you to do with that information what you feel is right.
Thank you, Arbelriel, for trusting me. As long as you are all right, I will take my leave because I could use some rest. And I'm sure you can too.
I will say one other thing, Madeline. Your naivety is not a bad thing. It offers you protections in a way.
I understand what you mean.
I'm only able to share with you what I have because of that naivety. Don't let the politics of these families turn you into us. Have a good night, Madeline. And he flags down a McDonald.
And coming out of that kind of chill nighttime mist, there is a McDonald's coming through. This guy looks like a chatty Cathy. As soon as you,
I put in my earbuds and get in.
As soon as he pulls up, he goes, "Hello, sir. Bit of a late night, isn't there? Let me get that door for you. Any refreshments you're wanting? Oh, you are dressed really nicely today. My name's Gronald. How are you today? Oh, you look a bit tired, a bit worse for wear. Don't worry. Where are we going to, sir?
You might have turned on the radio.
More tired by the second. Take me home, would you?
I don't know where you live, sir.
I'll give you directions.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Bit of an odd night, isn't it? It's kind of chill, kind of warm, very humid. You know, this stuff is not really good for your hair, but I tell you what, it's really great for your lungs. If you really want to get a bit of the seaside air, it's right coming off
this
the
carriage has privacy glass, does it?
There is. If you wanted to slide it up, it's
I slowly slide it up as he's talking.
He does not notice. He just keeps yapping, and you guys take off, and you show him where to get home. Gaius and Maddie. Gaius, did you say you're walking Maddie home?
Either walking or just taking a McDonald back to the Fitzgerald estate.
If we do take a McDonald, then I think that I would have one of the McDonald's drop us off at the end of the street, because I would like to speak with you in private.
Okay.
So you are taking a McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay. You throw your hand out, and carriage comes from around the street, and this guy looks... Can you give me an insight check?
Both of us?
Sure.
I got 5.
I got 4.
Okay.
My dice.
Another McDonald's day.
My dice ain't working for me tonight.
Well, it's just another McDonald day. He pulls up and he goes, "Hello, sir. Hello, miss. Where are we going to today?"
I'm gonna let Maddie give the address or whatnot.
I give the address to a street over from my house, so that way we could properly walk. But yeah,
sure. He goes, "Bit late for a flag down, isn't it? My name is Gronald too. I just had a weird situation when I was bringing someone to the animal hospital because their cat lost its tail or something, and the cat would not stop. And he's just yapping. He just will not shut up." And so he's like taking you guys off into the night.
Okay.
Sonari asleep is going, I feel like I should be glad that it's so silent right now.
And Gronald too takes you guys off into the night towards the spot that Madeline
Okay.
indicated.
Is the 2 part of his first name, or is that his middle name?
No, that's part of his first name.
Now, is it TOO or TWO?
It's the number 2, I would assume. But with the English language, you can't really know, can you? It could be anything.
Hey, Gronald, how do you spell your name? Gronald 2, excuse me. Gronald 2, how do you spell your name?
Oh, just how it sounds.
Cass over here giving the DM shit. Damn.
It's fine.
You know how to read and write, miss? Just how it sounds.
Understood.
All right. Real quick. Or Belriel, but when you pull up to your house, are you doing anything before you retire for the
No.
night?
I think I'm just going straight to bed. It's very late at this point.
It is. Okay, so Madeline and Gaius, Gronald too stopped you off about exactly where you said, a street away, and he goes, if you ever need a ride, just call out, just tell your friends, Gronald 2. Do not remember the 2, not Gronald. I'm Gronald 2, and he rides off into the night.
Never met anyone with 2 in their name. Bit odd.
My guess is they're twins and their family was just running out of names.
It would help if they didn't make them rhyme with the last name, but I suppose everyone has their traditions. And as we're walking, I don't think... Are there people around us? I don't think so, right? Because it's like so early in the morning.
It's dead of night, bro.
Dead of night.
It's like 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So, I needed to talk with you about our Belriel. He spoke with me earlier, and he's okay, but he tried to tell me, he told me something and he wasn't able to tell me more, but he said that my naivete was why he could tell me this. He said that the Nightwing could be related to the plague that's been going around.
Somewhere in the recess of my mind, that idea was sitting as well. Just why would anybody need such a exuberant amount of a plant that, to at this point, even Dr. Gusford doesn't even think there's some sort of medical application to it. It's poison.
And the fact that it only happens to the lower edge. To people usually only happens to those that are at the lower edge.
Oh, crap. Okay, this is just my mind running wild because I am not a doctor. But what if the Nightwing produces something else once it's cut? Once it starts to rot?
Like spores?
I don't know if it's a mushroom or anything that would produce that, but
well,
what if like...
I meant more airborne things.
But like, what if like the liquid from the plants, or it's just decaying material, becomes something even more deadly than what it is in its natural state? I'm going to have to reach out to Homily and find out. Not now. She'd kill me if I woke her up now. Maybe I can catch her after the funeral.
And make sure to tell Sonari as well, because she has to go visit her friends and tell them what's going on. I worry about our Belreal. He tried to tell me more, but he acted like he physically could not. And then when I asked him if I could tell other people, he said there is nothing he could do to prevent me. And then I pushed further, and I think that he was, in his own way, telling me that he wanted me to spread the news to you two.
That's what it sounds like, at least. Like,
And
I don't know Harvey all that well. I mean, I've known him as long as I've known you. He seems to be a very conflicted person. Like, there are times that I see that he wants to do the right thing, but there's something holding him back. Not sure if that's just discomfort or he remembers, it's gonna sound mean, but he remembers his place in society, and that he's maybe overstepping the proverbial bounds, that he's doing something that would go against what's expected of him.
I'm afraid it's something like a curse, because the way that he tried telling me and he couldn't, there's something more.
Could be
But
nerves.
I couldn't.
Like, the information he holds could be so deadly that it's just...
He was coughing before he told me. Physically, he couldn't say anything.
I'm not saying that he may not have a curse or something, but when some people do get nervous, their throat does feel like it's closing. Anxiety starts setting in, and sometimes you cough. But something to keep an eye on. If you notice it again, let me know.
Of course. And then make sure to tell Sonari, and then we'll keep an eye out at the funeral. But this is just much bigger than what we all thought it was going to be.
We definitely are in over our heads, that's for sure. But we can't abandon the task now. We're in too deep. For better or for worse, we have to see this through the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at this point in time, best thing you can do is get some sleep and prepare for tomorrow.
I need to come up with a reason why I left if Priscilla happened to have woken up. Or if anyone had to have seen my note. I didn't specify anything. But I suppose...
You are an adult. You are a lady of the house. You can leave whenever you please. You don't owe an explanation to anyone. Tell them to mind their business.
It's easy for you to say. You have your own apartment.
Any one of us could get our own apartment. Come from money. But nobody in that house should have control over it. You should be allowed to come and go as you please, and you don't need to offer an explanation to anyone. If they start getting on you, tell them to keep their nose out of your personal life.
You are definitely a bad influence.
It's one of my stronger characteristics.
One of them. All right. Yeah, I think that we're back at the house, so say goodbye and I take my leave into the house. The same way I've left.
Sure thing. Can you give me a stealth check once you slip inside the door, please?
$18.
Man, you're like a ghost. As you slip inside, you know just where to step where you don't make the floor creak or the stairs kind of groan or anything, and you slip inside your room like you never left. Can you give me a perception check real quick?
I think that like Priscilla and I would have like snuck out a bunch growing up, so
Mhm.
that could have been okay. Perception. Oh wait, that's why did I just immediately think percentiles?
Couldn't tell you. Your
Oh,
brain is a mystery.
it is okay. 21. Actually, I'm rolling really well right now, and I probably just jinxed it.
As you slip into your room, your heart's going really hard from the thrill of making it through without anybody spotting you. As you turn and you kind of take your traveling cloak off and you slip into bed next to Priscilla where she's sleeping, you notice that her breathing doesn't really seem like that of a person in a deep sleep.
I take note of that, and I just try to fall asleep given my anxiety, but I don't say anything.
Okay. And you, after a time, finally fall asleep. Gaius, you make your way back home.
Yep, he's gonna walk home.
Okay. Nothing really happens. You know the way back home. And are you doing anything before you go to bed?
Just locking up, doing just like normal routine, and then just going to bed.
Sounds good. All right. We're gonna go into the morning, but I really need to take a break. So it'll be a really quick, like 10-minute break. Get up, stretch our legs, and then we gotta get ready for the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded a little bit too
So-
excited for a funeral.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
All right. And we are
Poor
back.
dude. We are back and better than ever.
Back in better than ever.
Back and better than ever, baby. Alrighty. You okay, Effie?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just tired.
I get you.
Sinari's asleep. It's fine.
I appreciate you making time out to do this with me. I would be sad otherwise. Alrighty. Well, it's freaking morning, guys. And as you all sort of wake up in your various like rooms, etc., you see that it's a bit of a gloomy day. It's cloudy out. Looks a bit like rain, but otherwise not the brightest of days. So, are you guys wanting to do anything before you head out?
What time in the morning is it?
So I'd
Crack
say
of
it's
dawn.
like 8.
8.
Butt crack of dawn. It is the butt crack of dawn.
8. I slept in, right? And just like get up and go. I have no idea where a guy's room is, so I'm just gonna yell out, "See you in the funeral!" and just like walk out the door.
And like, guys, just like gonna turn around from like the little small kitchenette that he's got in there, just like a cup of coffee in his hand. He's like, "Okay, bye."
Later. And I
Did
just
you
like,
make breakfast for her?
Yeah.
you could, if you say anything, she will stop and just be like do the whole anime, grab the toast and put it in her mouth, like you know.
I'm
Oh my
late for the
God,
funeral.
Rojan, no, Gaius is the sitcom mom who makes like eggs, toast, bacon, freshly squeezed orange juice,
Spread.
and the kids just take a bit of toast and run out.
That's exactly what I just thought of as well. They take like,
It's like a
one
strawberry.
bite of this huge spread and then they
I
leave.
know.
Hey,
Got
more for me.
muffins, eggs Benedict. Who has time to get up and make eggs Benedict? And then the kids are like, "Sorry, mom, I'm late for school." It's like, okay, you nerd. I made breakfast.
Right? And like even that, the slacker characters too. They're
Yeah,
like, I
I'm
gotta
late
go.
for school. It's like, what?
Why do you care?
It's like, with you being a slacker, like not the best for your education, but I was hoping we could spend some time together in the morning having breakfast, but guess not. Guess not.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
No.
taking that way too seriously. Sorry, guys, sitcom mom.
Guys, you didn't get a chance to tell Sonari, did you?
No, Sonari was asleep and then just decided to wake up and oh shit and dine and dash.
No, I want Sonari to wake up just like, okay, bye. Like a fucking freak.
Just like sits up like very animatronic like and then just leaves.
That's not a real person.
No, but she wakes up and like I think when she woke up she like literally like might have kicked her foot against the you have a coffee table, right? I'm gonna say
Yeah.
you have a coffee table. You're a normal person, so I just go ow, like, oh crap! What's it? Oh, I'm late. I'm late.
You probably smell breakfast.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll just hop over to the kitchen and just like, listen, I'm late, but this shit smells so good. Like, well, oh god. I like grab 2 pieces of toast and like pile of bacon, like fucking Scooby-Doo sandwich it, and just like, this is so good. Right. I would love to eat the rest of it, but I was supposed to wake up like maybe 2 hours ago so that I could do the shit for Cass. So not Cass, Maddie. She's a Cass. I don't know a Cass.
I
God, I'm
will
tired.
say, Effie, in all seriousness, if you want, you could save it for after the funeral, and you could head there after, so you're not in a rush. Not me trying to help you with your schedule, like it's a real thing, but you know, like.
You have a good point there, God.
Don't worry, you're not in a rush.
Guys, should it? Do you think we could like arrange a casing of the joint after the funeral? Like, how long do funerals take? I haven't. Usually, I'm the one that's making the bodies. Like, I don't usually deal with them afterwards.
Well,
how long does the funeral go
Well,
for?
that's disturbing.
It's
But-
part of the job, man.
Look, we're going to be there for a couple hours at least. This is a high society cornerstone of the community style thing. It's going to be gaudy. Let's just say that.
I guess I could sneak out if it takes too long. All right.
Look,
Um,
something came up last night while you were asleep.
All right.
Arby
What up?
let something slip to Maddie in a private conversation. That he believes that the nightshade may be tied to the plague. He couldn't give he couldn't give too much detail about it. Apparently something had him by the throat and he started coughing. Maddie
That sounds like a curse.
Maddie said the same thing. I was like, maybe he's just anxious.
Him?
But I mean, out of everybody, if any one of us was going to be cursed, it would probably be Arby.
Yeah,
but,
like
you know-
you know he's pissed off a witch somewhere.
Or business fall through or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
until I have evidence that he's actually cursed, I'm just going to say that he was nervous.
Then what? Larby was shy.
Look, I don't know the guy. I don't know if he's shy or anything, but apparently he told Maddie because she's naive.
Yeah, I can understand that line of thinking.
But that got me thinking. It would make total sense if Nightwing had anything to do with the plague. I mean, there's no medicinal property to it. The only thing we know it does is poison people. I'm not a botanist. I'm not a doctor.
This plague has been targeting random people too. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. Usually, if like it's an actual plague, like caregivers get sick really quickly too. But from what we've seen, like caregivers have been pretty alright. Like
my brother, for one. My brother
Yeah.
has been knee deep in plague victims and has yet to show any signs.
So, let's run this theory that it's connected somehow. People are somehow ingesting some version of Nightwing, and that's what the plague is. How are they being targeted? Is it like, do the poor people have like a different water source? Or some shit like that?
Are you asking me?
I'm spitballing of Gaius.
Okay, cool.
But
Like, you know,
but do we know they have a separate water source?
I'm suggesting it, like, you know, I don't know where my water comes from a tap. Like, you know, I wouldn't fucking know where my water comes from. It comes from a tap. Like, you know, where does the tap go? Not my business.
Strangely, Sonari has like an almost Sherlock Holmes eidetic memory of the Sargenty's water systems. I mean, if you really want to, you can make a history check of Sargenty's water systems.
Sure, why not? Maybe there's something in here. I'm tired. I'm waking up. And that is my history. +1 and 8.
You have no idea, dude. Like, all you know is you turn the tap and water comes out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
So like
it
makes
could be the water
sense.
supply, but wouldn't that hit everybody in the lower edge?
True. But
Would it-
like food, it'd also be just as hard to make people, like, you know, ingest it. Like, you know, if you want to be this random. Oh god. Yeah. Name more bacon.
If it's the water supply, it's my excuse to bring Ra's al Ghul into my Regency campaign. Thank you, Liam Neeson.
Oh, you did call it Nightwing. anyway, like, look here, water is an option, but like, I got no idea how the water supply works. Food to me seems less likely. Unless, like, you were saying that these people individually are being targeted, which would be
I
even less likely.
don't know. My concerns is what effects does Nightwing have when it starts to rot? What properties change? What if they're just putting rotting vegetation around the city, and nobody's going to recognize that. There's rotting vegetation all over the city as it is.
Then it would make sense, like, poor people will eat what they can get.
Or, you slip a couple sprigs of it into somebody's seasoning something.
And that would make sense for a plague, like it wouldn't hit all at once. Yeah, I can see what you mean. The other idea is, like, slip it into, like, a
Tea.
drug. What tea? Tea.
Ale.
Yeah. No, it would make sense if it was tea as well. Slip it into a tea bag. Like, in, like, particular, like, maybe it wouldn't affect all of the Fitzgerald flavors, but maybe if there's a particular flavor that people like, and it's just this tea that they're getting, that'd be a way to do it. And it'd be a way to make sure that, like, if you had friends that you didn't want to get the plague, you'd be like, hey, don't buy the, I don't know, jasmine.
Don't buy the
jasmine
tainted
tea.
shipment.
Yeah, exactly. And it would also be a reason why you get the Fitzgeralds involved.
Effie, if you want, and Gaius too, you guys can give me an insight check real quick. Or a history. Or not. Yeah, it would be history. Sorry. I'm tired.
That would be an 18.
There we go. That's a nat 20 for 24.
Nice. You would know that while it's pretty ingenious making a poison tea bag to target your enemies, it's like what you said, that the plague seems to be affecting people in the lower edge. And you know that Madeline's family's tea is very high end, pretty much caters to people on the upper crust. It's kind of a luxury that people don't really afford themselves in the lower edge.
Good to know that my father's not
probably
the entire big bad.
Yeah. But that's a good idea for later. Poison tea. I'm gonna use it.
Glad we're doing your world building for you.
Maybe some. I mean, I don't know if your organization has poisoners, but maybe run it by them. See if they come up with any strange ideas as to the secondary applications of Nightwing.
Yeah, I can definitely pop in, see what we have. Like, I've got to go by there today anyway. Oh god, I need more bacon.
You want some coffee?
Sure, why not? And just like, are you holding like a coffee pot and a mug?
Yeah,
or are you
just coffee pot and a mug.
Oh yeah, I take the pot.
Just like pour piping hot, like 145 degree coffee into your mouth, swallow it with like no problem.
I'm a tiefling.
Fair.
I'm a tiefling. Do you know how spicy some of my fucking food can get? Like, God, man.
And he's like, well, I'm a tiefling too. I just look different.
We're clearly built different.
Yeah, nobody mistakes you for a cat.
Nah, they wouldn't be able to. That would be fun though. No worse things to be mistaken for.
Yeah, I guess.
At least, like, people just think that you're, like, a cutesy cat boy, but, like, you know, people look at me and they don't know what a tiefling is. They're gonna be like, look, she's an omen, she's the devil, burn her at the stake, or, I don't know, whatever people used to do when tieflings first became a thing.
At least they don't offer you fish at every meal. Or a saucer of milk.
You know, an actual saucer, they didn't even put it in a cup.
I hate to admit that that's happened more than once.
Oh,
I'm not even a
God.
cat.
Your
I don't have.
neighbors are so weird.
I don't even have cat blood in me. My ancestor wasn't a cat.
Like, so, like, you don't even have any idea where the cat stuff comes from? Like, none of your family look like a cat either?
My great,
Like, I know what your brother looks like,
yeah, my
but,
great,
like, I mean, your
great,
parents.
my great grandfather was a Rakasha. Yes, they look like giant cats, but they're devils.
Wow.
Again, not cats.
I mean, have you met a cat, though? You know they don't go to heaven. They're hanging out in hell. But they're not being tortured. They're not being tortured. They're there in hell to watch the people being tortured. They're like the devil's friends.
Oh,
You know what the cats are.
spectators.
Yeah. Like, you know, because they're like, anytime that bad shit happens, there's always a cat just watching. It's not doing anything. It's just enjoying the fun. And I respect that. I respect that. Cats are good creatures. Even though they're like, you know, little gremlins. Oh.
But they're
I
gremlins
need more
we
bacon.
love.
Exactly, exactly. Anyway, like, you know, away from whatever, like, devil created a Rakasha, more coffee. Do you want me to make another pot?
Oh no, I've got another one going.
Wait.
I usually have about 3 or 4 cups in the morning anyway.
The poo-poo man has come to collect.
It's really weird drinking coffee. It rarely does anything for me. I just kind of do it because I like how it burns. What time is it?
I don't know, Moles is over
think.
here dying about the poo-poo man.
He's come to collect and you gotta pay up.
He's
It's
not
like...
expecting it.
I don't drink coffee, so people getting the coffee shits is singularly really amusing to me.
I don't drink coffee either, so I've got no clue.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like about 8:30 right now. Hour and a half. People are probably gonna arrive around 9:30, 9:45.
I just looked down at what I'm wearing, by the way. I'm still wearing exactly the same thing that I wore to dinner last night, and I'm just like, do you think this is appropriate for a funeral?
Would Gaius know what is appropriate for a funeral?
Oh, absolutely. He knows like the ins and outs of fashion and everything. It's
Okay.
black. You have to wear black. Your dress is red.
Say, okay.
It's also got like slight puke on it from when that guard like sprayed a little bit.
He like shakes his head.
To me?
He's like, look, no, that is not good. The fox is over here dying.
You okay, Fox? Okay.
No.
I'm guessing it went down the wrong pipe.
It is not.
Oh, bud.
It is not appropriate for a funeral. Look, I'll tell you what. Don't. Yes, there are. I have a closet that has women's clothing in it that they've left here. It's clean. You can help yourself to one of the dresses or whatever in there. Some of them are some pretty good
your shirt?
high fashion dresses. So.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take it. I don't judge. My best friend like has a closet full of women's clothing too. The difference is he wears it. So like, you know, don't judge. I'm just gonna like.
Oh, no,
I'm
no
just
judgment at all.
I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
if he wants to stop
where's
by
the
and
closet?
take some of the dresses himself, that'd be fine by me. There's a closet space. It just down in the hallway. There's a small like walk-in closet. Just, it's in there.
Yep, righto. I just like walk off towards it and just go. Oh wow, they left full outfits. What the fuck did they leave in?
The window.
I just kind of lean back out and just go. What? They wore nothing except the window when they left.
Okay. You know, in books when the wife's secret lover slips in their bedroom at night for a little fun time, and then the husband comes home unexpectedly and secret lover needs to go outside the window really quick, and it's always comedic because they're leaving in their underwear. Yeah, like just reverse that.
Huh.
Okay, so your husband comes home?
Yes.
Like, I'm just curious as to who's interrupting.
Like I've been interrupted a couple times from jilted lovers who have followed them and come trying to kick the door down, and so they bail out my bedroom window.
You've probably had to fix that door a few times, huh?
It's reinforced now, so it's gonna take more than a couple kicks to get in.
My God.
I just like go back in. Okay, all right. This one looks bridal. No questioning. Bye. Next.
Just make Gaius sound even worse than he is.
The thing is that there probably isn't even a bridal one in here. I just saw white and went, huh. She's just like, and she went, oh, black one. Here we go. And hold on, I'm gonna roll. 9. Okay. I just go, hey, how about this one? I hang it out. It's like sleeveless and it's like very high cleavage. Like, this one's black. What do you think?
Gaius is gonna go back there and he's going to help her pick out a sensible outfit, because it's like, oh no, she's uncultured.
Okay, Effie, so whatever that random ass roll was that you did, you can do it with advantage if you want.
No, the roll was just to see, just like, if it's over a 10, it's appropriate. If it's not over a 10, it was inappropriate.
Sure, so roll for appropriateness with advantage.
18,
You
that
gotta
one.
keep me young. 18?
Yeah, so
You look
the
like-
next one we grab.
You find a very, very respectable high neck, long sleeve, down to the floor black dress, and it even comes with a nice little smart little hat to put on as well.
Oh, it's got like one of those it's like one of those fascinator ones. That
Not
has,
like the
veil.
not like the horrible ones that they wear at the royal weddings where they need their own aisle. Just like a smart little cap,
Yeah.
with a little, like maybe a feather in it, like a black feather.
It's like, oh, okay. I see what you mean by it being cultured. Are the arms supposed to feel this stiff though?
Yes.
I hate the restrictive.
Oh, you and me both. I hate wearing formal clothing. You can't move in it.
No, you can't. It's so, and like, I feel like if I like have to defend myself against anything, I move to the left too hard, I'm gonna like tear everything open. Ugh.
Right? That's why you get what I call emergency fabric. It's just like a little string inside the sleeve that you can pull to loosen it. You could rip it off. That way you're able to defend yourself.
That'd be awesome. I just like pull the ribbons and be like, defense mode.
Exactly.
And I can pull. Ooh, you'd appreciate it. I could pull the knives out at the same time as the sleeves drop off.
And before we find out that Gaius invented tearaway pants.
I mean, if anybody's going to invent tearaway pants, it's going to be Gaius.
Perfect for performances.
I should
But
talk
you
to
tear off
Hyde
your
about
pants
that.
to find another pair of pants.
Also, those cargo shorts that just unzip at the knee.
Yeah.
I got a pair of those for Christmas one year as a kid. I took the pant leg off of it once and never put it back because it was so annoying trying to get it back on.
Gotta show off them calves. Ladies love calves.
Look.
Maybe one lady likes calves. I don't know. Nobody else chimed in, so how do I know?
Arms are more my thing.
I will
Anyway.
I'll give you the name of my tailor if you need to make any sort of formal clothing that you need an emergency out of.
That'd be great, thanks. Yeah, I think like, you know, maybe like the next bunch, the next formal dress I ever get, I could do something like that. Drop away skirt to go to pants. That'd be cool.
Or just wear pants.
I've only ever. Yeah, but the dresses look so nice when you're actually out there in them. I like having the option of swinging both ways between like skirt and pants. You know?
I get you.
Yeah. All
right, so Gaius helps you find a very respectable dress. I'm assuming you're getting ready at Gaius's and you might head out together to the Partington estate.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Are you walking there or are you flagging down a McDonald's?
Probably better to flag down to McDonald. If I walk, I'm probably gonna ruin this dress at some point.
Okay. You flag down a McDonald, and one pulls up from around the street. It's morning, so the streets are a little busier. And he pulls up in front of Gaius's house. It's Gronald too that you saw from the other night. He goes, well, fancy seeing you two again. Although I don't think this is the same lady I saw you with last night, mister. It's like, good for you, sir. Good for you, sir. And he opens the door for the both of you.
Sonari, Gonald 2. Gonald 2, Sonari.
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's actually Ronald.
Ronald,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I decided to just go like, I grab his arm. I was like, so you met my partner last night, huh? And you just glare at me.
Yeah, I guess so, ma'am. It seems that we're all just a big happy family here, aren't we? And he kind of just clicks on the horse to make it go, and you guys are walking down the street.
The moment
He's like, none of my business. You see all sorts in this city. No judgment at all from me.
And I just like, oh no, you misunderstand. This is my husband. My partner was the woman he was with last night.
She's your partner, but he was with your partner last night. You know what? Like I said, no judgment. All sorts in Sargenty. You have to respect it. It's a real melting pot here.
I'm just hoping that if he just like is so awkward, he turns around and then just like stops talking. And then when I just look at guys, it goes like, we have now an hour of silence. You're welcome.
No, he doesn't get the hint because he rolled a 1 on insight, so he's just yapping about your love life together for the whole ride. So that's on you, boo boo.
Don't worry. It's still funny. It's still funny. It's making him feel awkward. Either way, I get something out of this.
As you pull up to the Partington estate, you see that there's actually a lot more carriages here than was originally expected. I believe it might have been mentioned that it was going to be more of a private affair, but it seems to have kind of expanded outwards of that. So you see Gaius, you probably know these faces a bit better than Sonari, but you see like heads of families and their partners and their children and lots of very important people.
It's like, is it?
You see, always this big?
No, not really. He's gonna like, you see him like instinctively like reach into his coat and feel for something. Okay, I have it.
What
condoms?
Do you have?
Is he like, he opens his coat and shows you that it's a push knife that he has like tucked into like the lining of his coat.
Huh.
I unfortunately see many men here who would want to skin me alive.
Oh, this funeral just got so much more entertaining.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make myself blend in as much as possible.
Right, of course. Anyone asks me who I'm with, I'm just gonna say you're a lamppost. Got it.
Oh, this is why I hate funerals.
You often meet up with exes at funerals.
Oh, none of these are exes. Flings.
Ex-fling. It's a previous thing.
Yeah.
They are no longer. You are no longer in
You
that same.
You remember the people I said, slipped out the bedroom window? Yeah, that.
Like ex-fling. Then it's an ex something.
As you look around, guys and Sonari, you can give me a perception check if you like.
Jesus.
Come on, Sonari, be awake. Is that a 6 or a 9? It's a 6. Perception is +1, so it's 17.
I'm going to say that Gaius is too preoccupied doing a head count of everybody who's probably going to want to kill him, because I got a 1 for a 4.
You're so busy looking around for any ex-flings that you actually step right in a horse dropping that was on the driveway.
Of course. So we're going to start with this today.
Sorry,
Sonari,
dude. I got prestidigitation for that.
As you look around, Sonari, you see in the distance Headmistress Holt talking with Avros and Marina. And you can see that there's a woman with a black veil over her face. Due to the height and just what you remember of her, this is probably Yadira Partington, Rasmus's wife, standing up there. You also see Homily Gusford as well. You see Zymar Thronius, the general of the wings. Gosh, you see lots of people with that really good perception. Anybody who's anybody is here.
So, do I happen to spot Maddie or Arberial?
I don't know if they're here yet. You guys are actually kind of early, so we could cut over to Arberial and Maddie. Maddie, are you doing anything in the morning?
No, just getting dressed for the funeral. Is my family also going to the funeral? Is Priscilla going?
I would say that Priscilla is probably not going. She
That's
might
fair.
say, but feeling a bit under the weather with baby, and also it's her kind of official first day in Sargenty. She doesn't really want to go to a funeral for someone she doesn't know all that well. Yeah. But your mother and father are going.
Certain societies as well, it's bad luck to take a pregnant woman to a funeral. I don't know how fancy you wanted this to be, the society, but that's just something that just popped into my head.
Is that real?
Yeah, certain them bad luck to take a pregnant woman to a funeral, and another one's is bad luck to take a pregnant woman to a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is bad luck for the woman. The second one is bad luck for the married couple, because it's you're taking something away from them. I don't know, just just
because the attention would be on the pregnant woman.
Yeah.
In regards to the wedding.
Yeah.
People don't like pregnant people. Chill out.
Pregnant people are treated like shit in history. Yeah. It's fascinating.
I mean, historically, people just don't like women. Let's be honest.
Yeah, real.
But
wow,
in regards to bad luck
now. Hey guys, we're gonna call it there for
people.
the downfall of Propriety today. We do not just stream on Saturdays. I'm bummed out. Okay. Yeah, as you get ready, you see your father and your mother already downstairs waiting for you, dressed all in black. They look very presentable, and probably you don't need to flag down a McDonald's. You can just use one of your own carriages to get there.
Yeah, you're rich. You don't need to bother with an Uber driver. You have a Lamborghini in the garage.
I have a private Uber.
A private Uber.
Private
And
McDonald's.
as you come downstairs, he goes, "Oh, it's a very sad occasion, my dear, but you do look lovely as always. Are you feeling all right? How's Priscilla doing?"
She's 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 all right as far as I know. You know, she's besides the usual pregnancy symptoms, but she's all right.
Your mother kind of looks at your face. She goes, "Oh my lord, you. Excuse me for saying so, my dear, but you do not look very awake." She kind of pinches your cheeks to get some like color into them. She's like, "What were you doing all night? Just stayed up all night?"
Not all night, but I was talking with Priscilla because it has been a while since I spoke with her, but I don't know, I just didn't really sleep too well, I guess. Waking up throughout the night and thinking about the funeral and what happened to Lord Partington.
And your mother gives you a very like sympathetic look. She goes, "Do you want like I don't know, muffin or anything or some tea before we go? We do have some time."
I'll take a muffin and some tea would be lovely, thank you.
Yeah. So you guys probably have some time to sit down and have breakfast before you head on out.
Mhm.
And then you probably just hop in your coach and you are on your way to Partington's. Arbelrio, what about you?
Probably the same question that Cass asked. Is the rest of my family going to this event?
I would probably say your mother might be going, but that's it. Just to
Okay.
pay her respects.
In that case, I think our Belriel will take probably more time than he needs to get ready, get his funeral outfit on, get himself all prepared and looking nice, and then he will wait until his mother's ready, and then he'll go with her.
Yeah, as you come downstairs, your mother is dressed very finely in black. You guys also don't need a McDonald. As you guys hop in the coach, your mother looks over and goes, "You're looking very, very well put together, Arberial."
You as well, mother.
Any reports on business? How have you been faring?
I don't think today is the day to talk business, mother. Please.
Just trying to strike up conversation, my dear. And she stops talking and just looks out the window.
And he stops talking and just looks out the window.
What a lovely bonding family moment.
It's like the Arctic in here. Ooh. You guys pull up to the Partington estate, get behind the long line of carriages. And as you step out, you already see Sonari and Gaius and Maddie with her family. I think as you and your mother get out, your mother leaves your side immediately to go greet people she knows. So you're free to do whatever you want.
I'll probably I'll probably just go over to where I see Maddie and kind of, it's like being at a party with a friend where your friend knows everyone and you don't, so you just kind of stand awkwardly by your friend. He stands near Maddie until she notices him, and then he like actually joins her.
I feel like I would still be kind of near my parents at this point, but like kind of like, you know, trying to find a way to move out of the way, but
I think you could probably step away and be like, your parents, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Then I step away and go towards Arbella. Hi. Hello.
Morning. I wanted to go say hi to, Marina and them, but I don't want to interrupt. I'm not good at funerals, and I'm here with family, and I'm not good with family, so.
Okay. Does like Marina and them, like, they all look pretty occupied, right?
It is kind of like at funerals. You see like a long procession of like people in a line going up to the family. It's kind of starts out with Yadira, and then Avros, and then Marina, just kind of giving their condolences as they go by before taking their seat. There are several aisles of chairs with the forest as a bit of a backdrop, and then there's a small podium at the front for where the casket is currently. It's closed, but there's also a small podium where people will be speaking.
It does seem that there is a bit of a queue to speaking with them. So, where do you think Gaius and Cenari are? Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them yet, but perhaps we just need to look around at everyone's expressions and follow all the eyes that are staring daggers in a certain direction.
It's a good idea. Shall we, I mean, before everything starts, shall we walk the room? Like the perimeter?
It couldn't hurt. I do really want to go see Avros, but I don't want to be one of many,
I completely understand.
And he will hold out his arm for her to take his arm as they walk around the room looking for their compatriots.
I would say you find them pretty easily. I mean, for all Gaius trying to blend in, he is
He's a cat.
I imagine him like the Homer Simpson hedge meme, but instead like he's not actually through the hedge, he's just kind of like up against it. And Sanari's like just sitting there like trying to look like a proper professional lady of society, but you can tell that she's just like, she can tell she's so uncomfortable in what she's wearing.
Yeah.
So
they're pretty easily spotted because Sanari looks like she's super uncomfortable, and Gaius does too.
Cenari, I almost didn't recognize you.
I know, right? I'm not used to hiding so much skin.
Extremely fancy. The high collar would have driven me mad.
Oh, it's driving me mad too. I want to stab someone and then stab this collar.
Make sure to take it off before you stab the collar.
Oh, we'll see. I might.
Please don't start stabbing people at a funeral.
It's bad taste.
It might be a bad taste, but it's convenient. The coffer's right there.
I think there's only room for one.
You don't know that. You don't have you ever played Tetris? It's a fancy new game that they've heard about from Neverwinter.
Tetris with bodies.
What, your dad's okay, yeah, this is just me. What, your dad's never played Tetris with groceries in the back seat? Like, it seems to be like a staple of being a dad. You know how to fit everything into the back seat, like, Tetris style.
I think you see a couple people around you guys give you a weird look and move away.
I miss
Talking
Bubba.
about dead bodies and Tetris.
Right?
I miss Bubba. He'd find it funny.
I did not expect so many people to be here.
Oh yeah, he's been seeing some familiar faces. Hold on, I just had a thought. I better not be accused of stealing this dress, you little bastard.
He
They're not your dress.
kind of looks at it. And he shakes his head. He's like, "You don't have to worry. That belonged to a countess from overseas. You're fine."
Okay, fine. Phew.
Gaius running through his mind palace of
Like a
pathways
Rolodex.
for who was wearing what.
Just literally just a thought I had. It's one. Hold on, I do not want to deal with like an old flame that comes out and goes like, "Why the fuck are you wearing my grandmother's dress?" And I would be like,
Right?
"Oh fuck."
Hold on a second. What was that countess's name?
You know, I don't think I caught her name.
Oh, this is great. Where's my popcorn?
We met
I see.
at a party years ago, and well, one thing led to another, and then one of her husband's men kicked down the door to my apartment looking for her.
You know how that old song and dance goes.
Why?
Well, my sister happens to be a countess overseas, and if I find out it's hers, I'm going to start stabbing people at this funeral.
Do you remember what she looked like? Or Bellariel, describe your sister so we can hopefully.
High elf, long blonde hair, slender figure.
No, that doesn't sound like her.
Holy shit, that really narrows it down.
I will now explain every elf in existence. He's like, no, that doesn't sound like her.
Good.
Guys,
If you end up stabbing, please don't include me in it. Like, I'm just the victim here. I've never had
Guys,
to say that before.
you were with someone without knowing their name?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart.
I
mean, I figured
many-
that if you're going to do something so intimate, you would at least know some detail about the person.
Does sound bad. I remember details of her. I was just never given her name.
It's kind of an important detail to miss out on.
She wanted it to remain anonymous, so I could not admit who she was.
Oh, and given the husband and her
There
being
you
a
go.
countess.
There you go.
What do you yell out in the throes of ecstasy? Oh boy! Like what? Like what are we doing?
You just, give him a,
Countess.
you just give him a fake name, like, you know, oh, Candy.
With an eye.
Can't do with an eye, by the way.
As you guys are talking about this super inappropriate conversation, at a funeral, you see that the line up to the Partingtons has kind of lessened a bit, because people are starting to take their seats as it's getting we're about 10 minutes away from the start.
And I just go, should we say our own, you know, greetings?
Yeah,
No, that's the word.
I think we should pay our condolences. We're gonna need to speak to them afterwards anyway.
Good idea. We at least, like, you know, look like we fit in. Well, you guys actually fit in. I'm trying to convince it to you. And I just like I start walking up to them just to say.
And as you walk up to them, you see from the forest line, there's a slight disturbance, as it seems that someone walks out from it. And it's a very tall, regal elf with long white hair. She's older. And she's dressed all in black, but it's kind of like a material, not like what you all are wearing, but kind of like magically created from materials in the forest, maybe like it almost looks like a dress of black shimmering leaves and like kind of crow feathers. And she descends down the small hill that leads up to the forest, like very regally. And she kind of takes her place alongside Yadira. And anybody who wants to can give me a perception check.
Yes, please.
15.
Also got a 15.
24.
I got nothing.
Okay.
That would
I'm sorry.
Perception would be 7.
I'm sorry, I was going off persuasion. It's not a 24, it's an 18.
Okay. Everybody except Maddie takes a look at this woman, just appeared from the forest, like nothing. And as you look at her, you realize she has these very pale ice blue eyes that you've only seen in one other person before. And that's Rasmus Partington. Rest in peace. But she takes her spot next to Yadira. And you see she kind of murmurs something in Yadira's ear. You're far enough away you can't really hear it. But she joins the line where the Partingtons are receiving condolences. But she kind of stands a ways back, so she's not the one receiving condolences, just near enough to them.
Anyone know who that is?
Don't know, but she looks like she's probably a relative, because them be Partington eyes.
Make an entrance from the forest like that.
That would explain why the Partingtons have such a one of the forest sort of shtick.
If anybody wants to, they can do a history check. I will say it's a pretty high DC.
I was
I'll try it
just about to ask about that.
Apparently Gaius was asleep during history class.
So is
Okay.
Maddie.
That's okay.
I rolled a 2 this time for a 6.
I got a total of 9.
You're looking at this woman. You're like, the wrapper may be a little wrinkled, but that don't mean the candy ain't sweet.
Gaius is just like
That's all you
wood.
get.
Smash.
Yep.
She is an elf. She wouldn't be that. She wouldn't look that old. I'm sorry. What was it?
Go
Another-
ahead, Arbelriel.
I got a nat 20 for 26.
Wow. Okay. You know who this woman probably is. You heard stories long ago of the other Partington child, Lord Rasmus's sister. Her name is Rena Partington. That's spelled Reena. And for some reason, about 25 years ago, she just up and left society. She didn't engage with anyone for any marriage prospects. She didn't have her hand in the family business or anything like that. She just up and left. A lot of people kind of theorized that maybe she went to go live in the woods, or that she went to a different country altogether, or anything like that. Nobody really knew what happened to Rena, but you kind of infer that this is probably her based on her likeness to Lord Rasmus and everything.
I'm not sure I believe the rumors were true.
Rumors.
I believe that might be Rasmus's sister.
I didn't know he had a sister.
I think a lot of people don't remember that he had a sister. I've never seen her myself. Just heard, like I say, what I thought was rumors.
Clearly we know who the cool sibling was.
You say the cool sibling?
We look at her. You don't wear that and not be cool. Come on. And I'm by the way, like, I'm saying it loud, but like Sanari is saying this at like a proper level where like people don't overhear. I'm not being
I
loud.
kind of just assumed that for you, Effie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody else, though, better make it plain.
While
Mm,
everyone's attention is drawn to her, Gaius is going to like scan the crowd to see if he can't clock anybody who doesn't seem to be showing a little too much, I guess, joy in this whole ordeal. Just clocking somebody there who may be happy that they're at the funeral, or happy that Rasmus is dead.
I would say give me an insight check, but do it at disadvantage because this is a huge crowd. Like, at least a couple hundred. It extends down, like, the entire back property of the Partington estate, which is sizable.
My dice hate me today. That's a 7.
You look around and everybody seems to be in just I mean, a lot of people handle death different, don't they? Some people are very emotional. I mean, despite his controversial views, he was a very kind, compassionate man. People miss him. Some people look a little like uncomfortable. Some people just, there's a myriad of emotions. It's hard to pick out anything that would really kind of stand out. Hope that helped.
Nope. He's just his ears are gonna lay down for a moment as he's a little frustrated as he can't. It's like his first scan of the crowd didn't really eke anything.
I would like to see if I could do a perception to see if people are, honestly, probably because it's like we're at the other side of where it is, but I want to see if there's anyone that's just kind of like on the edges of the crowd, just kind of like trying to stay back and watch.
Sure, yeah. Give me a perception check.
God damn it. $11.
I would say obviously people are standing on the outsides, but it doesn't seem like they're doing it for any nefarious reasons, like maybe they just don't feel comfortable sitting for long periods of time. You do see the general kind of standing. He's not sitting down, he's standing on the outskirts. He also seems to be kind of looking around the crowd a bit. And then from the kind of where the house is, you see Lord Solantis finally making his way up. Other than that, I guess you would probably see Headmistress Holt on the outskirts, probably talking to some folks because she's a very busy and important woman. But other than that, nothing that seems kind of suspicious or anything.
Okay.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean,
I want to roll perception on not who's looking happy or anything, but just on who's looking like that they're not even just a bit too sad, but like they're keeping their face too still. Like, you know, they're putting everything into looking sad.
I think
It's
that would
like
be
practiced.
insight. Yeah, I think that would be insight. So you can give me insight if you want. But again, it would be with disadvantage because this is a huge crowd. Maddie's wasn't with
Understandable.
disadvantage because it's fine to pick out people on the outskirts. But if you're looking at the crowd as a whole, I would probably have to do disadvantage.
Okay, so that one was a 16. And that one's a 15.
Okay. With your modifier?
Yeah, with my modifier.
15, I guess as a member not of high society, you would probably think that everybody kind of looks like they're keeping their face a certain sort of way just because it's socially proper. You can see that, I guess, just people, it's kind of considered gauche to cry too much at a funeral for someone who's not like your actual relative. People are, it's like WASP mentality, like white Anglo-Saxon Protestant sort of mentality. Just keep it all bottled up, don't showcase anything. But yeah, nothing really jumps out to you, I would say.
Wow, conceal, don't feel much, huh?
Let it go.
God, I hate dealing with noble people. Alright. We should
looking at Avros real quick. Sorry to interrupt. Does he look like he's tired of listening to condolences yet? Is he at that point yet, or is he still?
You can give me an insight check.
That's gonna be another nat 1 for 4.
Fox, you and I are on fire tonight.
Right?
I guess you would see that Avros just kind of looks tired in general. One thing you will notice is he didn't really shave, so he's got kind of like that stubbly dark beard going. But other than that, just kind of just doing his duty as Lord of the House now. Hope that helped. Anytime you guys roll awfully, I'm just like, hope it helped. All right, so what are you guys doing?
Suppose we should
find our seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna skip the condolences?
Yeah. Are we?
We can go. We'll go and just be very quick about it, and then we can actually console them later, like afterwards. We'll just be like, just let them know that we're here.
Yeah, I guess we still gotta mind the whole formality of the situation.
Yeah.
Ask how they're doing.
Exactly.
And also, you know, we get to, like, I'm like kind of whispering. Also, we get to meet
Rena.
his sister, Rena. So,
Yes, we should say hi to her too. Yes.
Cool. As you guys walk up to the line, you finally get your place in front of the Partingtons. Yadira extends her hand to all of you. She doesn't really talk much. She says, "Thank you so much for coming. It was supposed to be a private affair with just, you know, you folks and maybe just close family because you guys have been so helpful, but it extended a bit. But we are pleased to have you here regardless."
I'm so sorry for your loss, ma'am.
She kind of pats your arm awkwardly. She goes, "You're very sweet to say that, Miss Sinari. Thank you." And she kind of bows her head a bit and steps back a little bit. I think you guys are probably pulling up the end of the line, so... and then Avros is next to her. He also shakes everyone's hand. Kind of similar with Marina. Weirdly, Rena, the sister, does not greet anyone, stands in the background, almost like bodyguard-esque, just separate a bit, just watching everyone as they go by.
So I just like looks at her like as she's about to walk past and just like, okay, I see how it is, and
Oh,
just like,
and Sonari, as you kind of walk by, give me what would this be? I guess give me what would this be? Give me a perception check, I guess.
okay.
It can either be perception or insight. Your call.
19. Yeah, that's a 9. 19. Oh, I plus 1, 20. Sorry.
As she looks at you and gives you kind of a small smile, just to you, Sonari, you remember seeing these eyes somewhere before. And it was when you were at the very edge of the forest a couple days ago, and you went to go pull your knife out, but you got hit with that horrible vision. And you remember those eyes following you alongside the forest.
She keeps her face very calm and everything, and on the inside she went, "Oh fuck! I threw a knife at her!" and she just goes, "Okay, we keep going."
What did you end up rolling? Was it perception or insight?
I rolled insight.
Okay, you would probably tell that she doesn't look angry.
Mm-hmm.
She looks just amused, like fancy seeing you here.
And and she does go. I give her a small smile and a nod back. We'll keep going inside, still panicking. I'm still just like, oh fuck, I threw a knife at her. No, it's like the kind of feeling that you just go, oh no, I fucked up in front of the cool person. I'm just like, no, I threw a knife at her.
All right. I think as you guys approach, Avros is trying to keep it very professional and proper, and he shakes everyone's hand, but Marina gives all of you a hug and says, "Thank you so much for coming. I wish we all could have met under better circumstances, but I'm just glad you're here."
Thank you for having us, and I feel the same, but I do hope to make some good memories in the future.
And Marina kind of like wipes a little tear away. She goes, "I would really like that." And Avro speaks up and goes, "Thank you so much for taking care of my family and everything going on with this. I mean, we can't really put into words how much we appreciate you all. So thank you again."
If there's any mark that your father has left on the world, it's that we need to look out for each other.
He nods and just agrees with you. Just nods agreeingly. Other than that, what are you guys doing next?
After going through the greetings, I'm gonna start heading into like where the seats are and just find a spot to sit.
Sure. I think you would probably find some in the back row, like enough seats for the 4 of you to sit together if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, please, don't make me sit with my mother.
I didn't even ask if Gaius' family showed up.
I think you can look in the crowd, guys, and you see your brother Gaspard and you see Richter as well. No Lionel, but you see your mother and your father as well. They all kind of have their own seats next to each other, more like 3/4 of the way forward. So
Now
I think
can
your mother's looking around for you. Where's that boy?
Yeah, like as like he pegs him out in the crowd. He's just gonna sit with everyone else.
Okay.
Do you like when you see looks like your mother's looking around? Do you like trying to hide?
I think the moment like he notices that she's looking around for him, he just like quickly just sinks down in the seat.
What, did you see a fling?
Where's I saw my mother.
Oh, okay.
I think as you sit down really quick, it's not quite quick enough for your mother because she catches your eye, but she doesn't look upset or anything. She kind of gives you a small before she turns and sits.
He waves to her as well.
I gently pat his head.
But his ears kind of like fold out in annoyance as you do that.
Sorry. It just felt like the right thing to do. Can I do an insight check on the crowd? Hopefully I'll roll better.
What are you trying to look for?
Anyone out of place in a way?
Out of,
or anyone
out of
acting
place,
out of
how?
anyone acting out of place?
I
I
would
was thinking
say
like
that
anyone I wouldn't expect to be at the funeral.
sure, you can give me an insight check again. It would be with disadvantage because this is an enormous crowd. And also you're looking at the backs of people's heads too.
That's true.
This is the most insight check that you guys have done in this entire campaign.
Yeah, I got nothing. With disadvantage, I got a 3. So
Yeah, you don't know, man.
that's fine. So there goes our super spy mission at the funeral.
We are
Sorry,
not
God.
on our game today.
When all the detectives are oblivious as fuck.
All right. As you hear in the far distance down by the city, kind of the mournful ring of the city bells signaling 10 o'clock. It's a cloudy, cool morning. And from the forest line, you hear an almost dolorous, mournful sound of birds, kind of almost also heralding the start. And in the first 2 rows, there's just a long line of various nobility, but on the one side closest to the podium, where the casket is laid in very rich mahogany, you see the Partington family. And it's Yadira nearest to center, with Avros, Marina, Lord Solantis, and Rena all sat in a row. As the bell of the clock down in Sargenty hits 10, you see that Lord Solantis stands up. And Lord Solantis is very old, and it takes him a small moment to get up to the stage. Gaius, if you want, you can give me an insight check on him.
That one's gonna be a 19.
Fantastic. You remember that night when you ran into him when you were sneaking around? And he seemed so confident and full of life and almost sardonically charming. A little bit dangerous. This is not that same man. He looks old, wizened, kind of bent, as if he had a lot of his energy sapped from him over the past couple days. As he reaches up to the podium, he balances himself by putting both hands on it and looking out almost blearily at the crowd with red-rimmed eyes. And you can see that he has tears in his eyes. But he speaks out in a very, almost like a booming voice that doesn't seem to belong to this old man. And he says, "I had heard it tell many a time that my son had a bleeding heart, and a father might take offense to something like that, but that is not how our family works. And in the deep recesses of our house lies a foundation of Partingtons that, despite their later years, truly wanted nothing more for this world than what is handed out in meager scraps. And no one embodied that more than my son, Rasmus. And he may not go to lie with them, but he represents them in greater spirit and heart than any before him, even myself. And it is truly the honor of a lifetime to be shown up, so to speak, by one's child. And I can only hope that his wishes and legacy are carried out in a way that honors him as well." And he kind of takes a moment lets out a breath, and he says, "It pains me to bury my child, but I can only say that I'm sorry and pray that he is at peace." And he steps back, doesn't look at the crowd, and he goes and lays just a hand on his son's casket. And you can see from even far away that he's murmuring something, but nobody can pick up what it is. The wind is strong, blows across all of you, takes his words out on the wind. And then he goes and takes his seat back next to Marina. The rest of the crowd, if you guys want, you can give me an insight check. It will be with disadvantage if you do it individually, but you guys can help each other if you want.
I will assist.
So, like, are we doing like a group insight check here?
If you want to, yeah. And do like the median. More math, but...
Let's hope we don't have a spider's George.
You
That's
okay, Fox?
It's gonna be an 11 for me.
I'm fine.
11 for Gaius, okay. Sonari?
I got 15.
Okay. Fox?
I got a nat 1 for 4.
Your spider's George!
Maddie?
17.
Okay. I would say that you all kind of, minus our Belriel, you all kind of notice that the crowd seems to almost whisper amongst themselves. And there's a couple in front of you who goes, "I've never seen him look like that. I've never seen him look so old. I've never seen him look so tired." And someone agrees. Our Belriel, I think you're so overcome with emotion from a father laying his son to rest that there's tears. So you don't see anything or hear anything. After Solantis sits down, you see that Avros stands up, kind of straightens his jacket, and he's followed by Marina, and they both step on the stage and address everybody here. And Avros says, "My sister Marina, who many of you know, gave me permission to speak on her behalf." And he kind of takes a small sheet of paper out and flattens it on the podium. And he says, looks out among the gathering, and he says, "Grief is a very strange thing, and no one had ever warned us just how heavy it could be. I keep wishing for it to leave because it hurts. But when it's gone, what will be left of my father? Not Rasmus Partington IV, as he's already left his mark on Sargenty, without a doubt. But my father is a completely different person." Takes a moment and he goes, like a deep breath, and he goes, "No one told me that my father would make himself known in the most innocuous of ways after his death, ways few people would even recognize. How when I smell the scent of apples, I'm reminded how he peeled his so oddly, like a child almost." You hear a little bit of a slight chuckle from the crowd. And he goes, "I look out the window at the Vivreus forest, and I remember how my father kept saying he meant to visit, he's just so busy. And I see a sleeping cat in the sun, and I remember how he, too, loved to snooze in a sunbeam. And I found myself realizing that I'll hold on to that grief forever if it means that he's still here in my memories. And I spoke about it a lot with my sister. She is the wiser of us two, and we realized that as long as there is love, there will always be grief. And grief is just love with nowhere to go. And it's in fact the final translation of love. And this is the last act of loving someone when you realize that it'll never end. You get to do this to translate the last act of love for the rest of your life. And my father spent his life translating his love for the people of Sargenty into libraries and schools and hospitals. And so I urge everyone here to take what he's given to this city and translate it outwards into something good, something with love. And if I get to translate my love for my father into just a small chapel within my own heart, that will be enough. And he kind of bows his head, and Marina places a very comforting hand on his back as they both turn and just address the casket privately themselves for just a private moment with their father before they go and take their seats as well. I think at that moment, surprising everyone because you can hear kind of like murmurs through the crowd, Rena stands up and she looks as intimidating as she did when she stepped out from the forest with her dress of black leaves and vines. But it doesn't look like something a vagrant would wear, but like almost like a queen would wear. And she carries herself very properly up to the podium. And you kind of already know, I would say that our Belriel, Maddie, and Gaius probably know that at funerals in Sargenty, it's considered that probably just 3 people speak at most before the wrap-up of the funeral. So this will probably be the last person to speak. And as she speaks out, it is almost unnerving now that you've finally connected the dots how much she looks like Lord Partington, and that's kind of sent the crowd into a little bit of a tizzy, I would say. And she speaks and addresses the crowd, and she says, I highly doubt any of you know me or remember me, but my name is Rena Partington, and Rasmus was my older brother. Until now, there wasn't a time when I didn't have a brother. By the time my eyes opened, he was already here. To touch so many lives in a way that betters the world is no small thing, and indeed, it's almost an impossible task, it seems like these days. But my brother knew better than most that to miss life because you're scared or cynical is akin to a sin. You've got to jump off the cliff at all times and build your wings on the way down. My brother was a devoted man, and he took risks in ways the world does not celebrate, like the commitment to something that may take years or decades to fully bloom. His was not the gamble of recklessness, but of devotion, of trusting that what he nurtures with patience and care will one day reveal its worth. And I feel foolish now, but I always told him that he was tending to a garden no one else notices. But he trusted that beauty is not only in what is seen, but in what is felt as well. And he was the type of man to always stay, not because it's easy, but because it's right. He wouldn't abandon what is unfinished, and he believed that effort was not weakness. not to care, to obsess over details, to show up again and again, even when exhausted, even when unnoticed, even when spurned. It's not a flaw, but it's a strength. And she kind of looks out at the crowd almost a little accusingly on that word spurned. But she continues and she says, the way he would sit with something for as long as it takes, knowing that good enough is not enough, that the world will forget the things done in haste, but will always remember what was done with devotion, because devotion, when done right, is a sort of immortality. She looks up, kind of at the crowd. Her expression has softened a bit. She goes, I know that I will see my brother again one day. The same way a caterpillar makes a chrysalis, not knowing what happens next, but living for the hope of more. And I take his body humbly into the forest to rest aside more ancient kings than any of us. And she also takes a moment to turn, address the casket quietly, before going and taking her seat. And at that moment, you see Father Valentine stand up, and he addresses the crowd, and he goes into the funeral rites, which take forever. But at the end of it, you see when he's done, there are a line of people coming from the forest where Rena came from, and they line up almost like soldiers alongside where the funeral is being held. And once Father Valentine has completed the funeral rites, those men from the forest in Avros, they stand up and they kind of take a handle on each side of the casket, and they make a slow, very slow procession into the forest, followed by Yadira, Rena, Marina, and Solantis. And as they cross over the border, anybody can give me a perception check if they want to.
I want to, but I don't think I should.
Why?
Because my dice hate me right now.
Maybe you just gotta break it.
I got a nat 20 for 23.
Okay.
This is that's a 7. It's a 18.
Okay.
17 plus one.
Perception is 16.
Okay. You're not gonna do it, Fox?
Can I use my passive
Okay.
perception instead?
Sure. What's your passive?
15.
Yeah, it's fine. All of you easily see, it's almost strange, but as they pass over the borders of the forest, it's like the trees almost shudder for a second, like going inwards, before they kind of seem to bloom and stretch their branches out even farther to make almost an opening for the procession to go through, as if welcoming them in. And there's like a shimmer, almost like I would say, Arbelriel, kind of like the shimmer of that force field that you saw over Avros's knives. You know there's something there, and they just passed through it. And then at that moment, you see that Father Valentine addresses the crowd and says, thank you everyone in attendance. The Partingtons and I will be laying Lord Partington's body to rest in the Vivraeus forest, as was his wishes in his final will and testament. In the meantime, they have set up food and refreshments in the estate. If you would just follow the line through the garden into the house, you should be able to stay there until they return if you wish to speak with them further. And he kind of does like a very complicated symbol, but he says, Lady Laridia, bless you all in your travels. And then he turns and heads into the forest himself. What are you guys doing?
I turn to them and just go, so,
Somebody caught my eye during or before the procession. I need to talk to them.
oh, okay.
Give me a moment. And as everybody gets up and like starts leaving, he's going to quickly make his way to Gaspard.
He goes, little brother.
You're back earlier than expected. What did you find?
Yes. He looks over his shoulder. He goes, I can't really talk about that right now. Can we meet up later?
My apartment.
Okay. He goes, or like we just not here is what I'm saying. Like not out in the open while everybody is.
Yes. We can find a place here if we can.
Sure. I guess you guys could look around. There's sort of a small area in the garden where it's a bit private, kind of hidden a bit by trees. You guys make your way over there if you wanted to speak.
Okay.
And he goes, and he looks, as he sees he's with you. You can give me an insight check if you want.
17.
Great. You're his brother. You guys grew up together. You know when he is angry, sad, shaken, anything. You could tell that he was putting on a little bit of a bravado for his mother and father there probably, but once it's just you guys alone, he looks almost ashen-faced.
Gaspard, what happened?
We were all set to sail. We had a favorable wind. Ships were top shape. We get out maybe a mile from shore, and it's like the sea almost rebelled against us. I mean, obviously you can't predict the sea at all. It's its own mistress, but it was almost like a churning from the depths. And Captain Heath, who you met,
Yes.
he glanced over the side as we were going. We were debating whether to turn around because this could be deadly to have these sort of waters just throwing the ship around. And he says he saw something, but after that, I couldn't get a word out of him. We had to almost tie him to the mast to keep him from jumping overboard. I've known this man a while. He's very well regarded for his work with hunting and everything. He seems to have it together, but I've never seen him like that. And he goes, and I was afraid to look over the edge, but one other sailor did look, and we couldn't get to him in time, and he cast himself into the ocean.
Did that man say anything before he dove in?
I was so busy making sure that Heath didn't throw himself in. I couldn't get to him in time, but they reported that if he said anything, they didn't catch it. He just cast himself overboard after looking over the edge.
Has he recovered
Heath
since
is
you?
No. He's currently on bed rest, but he's at the doctor's place. She's taking a look at him. She was allowed to come here for the funeral. I told her, like, please, if you wish to pay your respects, please come to the funeral. I'll escort you myself if you like, but she said no, thank you. But he had to be strapped to the bed. He was thrashing and muttering under his breath so badly. He's kind of in and out of consciousness, but sometimes he seems perfectly lucid. and other times not so much.
We've hit some information in regards to the goings on mainland side. Large shipments of Nightwing being brought into the city. Some unnamed benefactor for this. We're looking
Says
at,
I don't know what Nightwing is.
it's an herb, a plant in the forest. Its only use is as a poison. There's no medical need for it. There's no medical effects for it. It's just a very deadly poison. It's what killed Lord Partington. We've been looking into it since his murder. And just last night, we found that large shipments are being brought into the city. I don't know why you would need a large shipment of this stuff, but I heard a concern from a friend of mine that it might be tied to the plague. This is just speculation right now, but I had plans to speak to Dr. Gustford at some point in time once we had more solid, concrete evidence of what's going on. But this is far beyond just the murder of one high-ranking noble official. I
think Gaspard kind of runs a hand through his hair, very, like, stressed. He goes, I'm sorry, little brother. I don't know what you need from me, but I have my hands full with Keith right now, and
I just wanted you to know. Just in case Heath says anything, or anything, he babbles something out that may be connected to that. I don't know what he saw in the water. If there's an actual sea monster out in the out by the docks that some people think there are. But
give me an insight check.
Da, 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 da. 19.
You see that Gaspard does like a little laugh when you say sea monster, but you can see in his eyes there's an almost kind of deep fear in them. Because those rumors about a kraken beneath the city are ridiculous child's play.
Yes. Okay, beneath the city I can understand that because the city itself is on mainland. But the docks, like,
it's a part of the city as well, little brother.
Stories that our father told us when we were younger, krakens, aboleths, things like that.
The thing about these monsters is that they usually can be killed.
Yes. But
I worry that whatever might have done this to Heath is not the same as a monster. But I don't know, maybe I was genuinely very frightened. So I'm just still a bit shaken. I don't say this to worry you, brother.
No, I appreciate that you're so open about it with me. If there's anything that I can do to assist you in any sort of manner, with Heath, with anything, let me know.
He kind of chuckles in that way, that annoying way that older brothers do, like, yeah, sure. Yes, of course, little brother. I will let you know immediately.
Gaspard, I'm serious. This isn't me trying to play hero like we were kids. I am intent on seeing this through.
You might not be playing hero, but are you sure you're not playing detective?
Even if I am playing detective, even if I'm going down that route, and if I'm getting my nose into things I shouldn't be, that's my specialty.
Well, little brother, the time for playing seems to be past. So
We're all
I will
players.
let you know if anything else shows up, but we should probably get back to the funeral. Can you give me a perception check real quick? Or rather, what's your passive perception?
13.
Okay. So you guys leave out of that little alcove in the garden, and you probably make your way back to the funeral. Unless you were wanting to talk to anybody else. Or anybody else was wanting to talk to anybody else.
I think like once they're done talking, he finds his way back to the group.
I think our Balriel's just kind of keeping one eye on his mother. Just once she looks like she's ready to leave, he wants to see her back to the house before then returning back here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Sonari, sorry.
Sanari's checking her wrist sundial and just wondering, like, you know, what the time is. Like, because she knows she has to go pop into the eyes before tonight. How long has it been?
I would say it's about 11:30 right now.
11. I got half a shadow before I gotta go.
Again, I don't think you're in a huge rush. Like, they'll still be there.
Yeah, but like,
it's
Gaius wants to do shit tonight, and she's sitting there going, hey, but we have to case the joint first, we have to put it off a day, and I don't want to have to deal with, like...
It's like you're checking your wrist sundial. He's gonna come back. We have bigger problems.
Oh, what's happened?
As he points out his brother, who is quite literally just a taller, broader version of him. He's supposed to be out at sea right now, on some sort of mission with another captain. They didn't make it out an hour before the other captain saw something in the waters. They had to tie the man to a mast. He was going so crazy. Another sailor jumped in the water. Look, I'm not going to speak further about it here. We need to... Can you get me into the eyes?
And
You're just gonna say that in the middle of the funeral?
I think he says it in a means to like encoded language to Sonari.
Well, yeah, you do know thieves can't.
Yeah.
So you just... Oh. And I'm just like... I guess I could. You know what? If we're gonna have an expedition to the eyes, might as well bring the whole fucking thing along. Like, might as well take Cass along with me.
Yeah, I mean, since I don't really... You know, it would kind of make sense if I were to go and present.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be a hard sell that I'm bringing two outsiders in. So you got you.
I've been there before. I make sense.
Or
going back.
Bring a representative to my apartment. That way, I have no idea how to get into your secret club or anything like that. But I need to speak to somebody from there.
It'd probably be easy to bring you along to the eyes, so that if we need anyone for convincing, like, I'll say this way, it'll be easier to take you there than to convince someone from my workplace to turn up at your house. And I'm gonna be sure you do not want a member of the eyes knowing where you sleep.
You know, I'm not going to be surprised if one already doesn't know.
That's also true.
Whatever you think is easiest, I need an audience.
Yep. Okay. I can arrange it if you we can do it in a couple hours. We're gonna bring Arby.
I think it's best that I am not seen within proximity of that organization. However, Dane would be happy to accompany you.
Yay, we get my favorite talking scarf.
The dragon cell phone. Malls, you're muted.
I was just talking to myself.
Okay.
Okay. No, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You can go off and do what you rich people do, and we can figure out this mystery. Yes. Okay, what? Probably better to do under the cover of night, and you saw what I had to do with Maddie. You're gonna have to be blindfolded too. You got a spare?
Couple.
Okay, good. Might want to bring a third because we're gonna probably be easier to if you guys are joining hands or something. So you can either hold hands, or you can tie your wrists together. I don't know what you guys want to do. Keep track of each other.
Hand on the shoulder.
Yeah, that also works. Just make sure that you guys are gonna have some way to keep track of each other while you're blindfolded. Have you got a tiny? I know that we didn't bring Dane out of the pocket last time. We'll keep him in there because I was about to say maybe we should get a tiny blindfold for the dragon, but if we just keep him in the pocket, he should be fine.
Oh, he saw everything.
Yeah, he can be invisible, right?
He can't be invisible, but I mean, he's, as far as most people know, just an animal. What harm can an animal do?
I also Sanari also completely forgot that he was in the pocket.
I think while you guys are scheming again, you see a small, through the windows of the Partington estate, you see a small shimmer on the forest, and you see the procession making their way back. So Yadira, Rena, Salantis, Marina, and Avros and Father Valentine. Looking a little worse for wear. But they make their way into their estate. And they're kind of approached by other people who wish to share their condolences, comment on the nice eulogy, etc. And I guess now that the funeral is kind of where they're back at the funeral, people are relaxing a bit, feeling like they can actually grab food to eat now that the hosts are here, and kind of just talking amongst themselves.
So,
you guys? Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry, you were saying. You go first.
I was gonna say, someone who can give me perception can give me a perception check.
You just want one of us to do it, or all of us?
Whoever wants to.
Part of me wants to be funny and say, "Take it away, Fox."
I rolled another 15.
I did roll. It wasn't a nat 1, but it was still a shitty roll.
Jesus Christ. Sonari, this is actually perfect for you. I think you see, as you're watching kind of the Partington family greet people, at some point during the kind of conversations and stuff, you notice that Yadira and Rena are not there. They seem to have stolen off somewhere.
Now I'm curious. And I need to
After
have
this whole session, you're finally curious? I really suck at DMing.
No, my initial idea was like to try and sneak into the forest when everyone else had already gone in there, but also like everything else was happening. So I'm just like, okay. We'll meet back at your place at half past the 4. So just as the sun's going down. If you don't see me when you leave the funeral, it's fine. I'll meet you there eventually. Bye. And I just sneak off. And do I need to roll stealth to, like, to make it look like I blended in?
Yeah, for sure. You can do stealth. Are you guys doing anything while Sonari sneaks around?
16 plus 4, that's 20.
I think Gaius is just doing it, like doing the whole social aspect of things, just being there to be there.
Yeah, and I think our Belriel's sticking pretty close to Gaius, doing the same thing. Every once in a while, maybe like making eye contact with Avros. But unless Avros clearly has a moment to himself, our Belriel will not approach him. A combination of, again, not just wanting to be one of the many people in the crowd here bugging him, and also just shitty roll after shitty roll. Our Belriel just doesn't really know what to do with himself right now.
It was a joke
Poor
when we said that our
baby.
burial was anxious. Like, I didn't think like that was gonna end up being the thing.
Gosh. I think after a moment, you probably do see Avros excuse himself and probably make his way in the direction of probably his office. You can probably tell if you wanted to make an insight check, you can.
We'll give it a go. Why not?
You got this.
Insight 13.
I think that's fine. You probably see from just the set of his shoulders as he departs the room, probably just needs a minute away from the crowd. And you can see just through the long expanse of the hallway, through the doors of the kind of parlor room, he's making his way to his office.
I'll give it a minute and then probably make my way over there as well. And if I happen to pass by a bottle of whiskey and 2 clean glasses, I will grab them as I go.
Probably as you exit the parlor room where the funeral party is, you can probably see that if you wanted to swipe one, I would just need a sleight of hand check, because that's for everybody.
This is going to be a disaster. It is absolutely a disaster. That's a 3 on the die for a total of 2.
As you go to like very suave, like grab a bottle of whiskey and 2 glasses, you realize that like the glasses kind of like clunk against each other a little too hard, and one of them shatters. And it's a little bit loud, and everybody looks at you.
The temptation to just use invisibility on myself right now is very strong.
Is our Belriel the hot mess of the campaign?
He is today.
Mm-hmm.
Not what
I think there's a servant who steps up and goes, "Lord Severus, are you all right? You didn't catch yourself, did you?"
No, I'm fine. Just showing the nerves today, I suppose.
I'm sorry, sir. Can I pour your glass for you?
No, that's fine. But if you could get a second glass for me, that would be appreciated.
Sure, there's like a big kind of gathering of them right there. You just take one. But he's like, "Do you want me to pour both of them for you?"
No, that's quite all right. I will pour them myself.
Okay. And he hands the 2 glasses to you. He goes, "Just let me know if you need anything else, sir." Small
Thank you.
bow. Backs off.
I slowly back away from the situation before taking the glasses and the whiskey to Aros's office.
As you approach, I guess, how do you approach his office?
Quietly. I'd like to approach it quietly so that if he's like in there talking to someone, I will catch that because I don't want to interrupt him if he's doing anything. But if he's just taking some time away from the crowd, then I'll certainly go in.
You don't hear any voices. It's quiet in there. Door is slightly ajar.
So okay. I'll knock on the door frame a couple times to get his
And you hear
attention.
him say, "Enter." And as you enter, you see he's actually at his desk. And previously, when you were in his office the first day you met, you don't recall seeing any papers on his desk, but now there are mountains of them. And he seems to be hard at work, kind of poring over them, signing something here, putting it away, trying to organize everything. And he just says, "Enter," and it seems like he didn't even look up when you knocked.
I'll step in and quietly close the door behind me.
He looks up and he goes, "Oh, hi, Lord Arbelriel. Thank you again for making your way here today."
Of course. I
Sorry, he stands up kind of awkwardly. He goes, trying to shuffle his papers. Like, "This is a bit of a mess. I'm sorry."
believe me, I understand. My office doesn't look all that different these days. I thought maybe you could do with a drink.
He read my mind, and he kind of gives you a very tired smile, but he comes around the other side of his desk and gratefully accepts a glass from you, a non-broken glass.
Non-broken glass. I double check it for any shards that may have fallen in, and then I pour his drink and one for myself as well.
Whole thing.
I
kind of go,
pour him another before he's setting the bottle down.
He goes, "Well, you're trying to get me drunk. It's working." And he just takes this one and sips slowly this time.
Just
Sorry.
trying to help you relax a little. I'm sure it's been a very difficult day.
Yes, well, when my grandfather said that, he changed his mind. He wants to have everybody in Sargenty come to pay their respects. That lands quite a bit more work on my desk.
So this was his idea then.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it would be selfish of me to want to keep my father for myself after he's done so much for the city. And I'm sure he has lifelong friends, business partners who want to say goodbye, but good lady, that is a lot. I'm exhausted.
Yes, it's understandable that you would want all these connections here, but still, that's a lot to ask of you and your sister and your mother.
That on top of the fact that my mother didn't want to speak, so I had to be the one to speak because Marina didn't want to speak, and I'm not good at public speaking, so it's just it's stupid. I hate talking in front of people.
It is. Unfortunately, as the head of the house, does fall to you now.
He takes another long sip of his whiskey.
However, as the head of the house, you also have the right to say no. Maybe not to this specifically, but just, in the future, I'm sure people are going to ask a lot of you. It's okay to say no.
That's hard for me. Hard for me to say no to people. I've only ever indulged everybody who ever needed me, because it's nice to be useful.
As you're indulging my company right now, I hope I'm not adding to the stress of the day.
For sure. Not at all. If it was anybody else, I don't think I would be enjoying whiskey with them, if you know what I mean.
I do. I admittedly came here not just to see you, but also to kind of get away from my own family. So you're helping me just as much as I'm helping you.
Scratching each other's backs again. I wasn't expecting to see my aunt here at all.
I was also quite surprised by that. I thought she was just a rumor.
She's the black sheep of the family. Truth be told, I've never met her. She greeted me. No, that's crazy. I mean, she greeted me like she knew me my whole life. It was very odd. I wonder if this was something my mother might have cooked up behind my back. Not that I'm opposed to her being here, it's just give me a warning next time.
Did she know you when you were a child, perhaps, and you just don't really remember her?
I mean, that's always possible. It would have had to been when I was very, very young. But from the limited information that my mother gave me, she seems to have taken up a sort of residency in the forest, and she...
Oh, she does live in the woods then.
Yeah. I mean, my sister and I played there hundreds of times when we were children. I mean, you would think she would maybe reveal herself, but doesn't seem like it. But she has very similar sort of powers to Marina. She seems to have magic. So I don't know if she is like some sort of a witch or something. More druid, guardian, it's hard to say. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I can't think very well right now because I haven't eaten all day and I just had 2 glasses of whiskey.
If I had known that, I would have brought some food along, but perhaps I can just top up your glass instead.
It's not your job to take care of me.
I'm not taking care of you. I'm just being there for a friend.
Okay. 'Cause yeah, so I don't know. You can kind of tell. You don't even need to do an inside check that the whiskey has really loosened his tongue a bit. You know, is it weird, like, the fact that her name is Rena and my sister is Marina? Like, how derivative, respectfully.
I suppose it's better than Rena Jr.
Rena Jr. is ugly. He goes, my family has a penchant for weird names.
No, I never would have guessed.
So I like Avros. Avros is like sort of bird related, but my middle name is... all the men in my family have the same middle name, so it's stupid.
I heard.
Yeah. It's like people will make anything their like custom, and it's the stupidest thing you've ever seen.
Well, perhaps if you have any children of your own, you could stick to easy to pronounce names like Arbelriel. Just slides right off the top.
I still haven't found a nickname for you. I'm leaning towards Arby.
You know,
But
I've been
I don't
hearing
know
that
if-
one a lot.
I don't know if we're close enough friends for that yet. That's your call.
I think we are. I mean, we went to Sargenty Idol together.
That was a fun night. Again,
It
I'm sorry
was.
I steamrolled you into doing that. I'm not usually like that. I got excited and I wanted to share that with you, but I promise in the future if we spend time together.
I'm grateful for it, really. I would not have done it on my own, and I had a really good time that night.
For sure. I had a good time too.
I don't.
I-
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to. No, I better not. You go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Arbelriel. I didn't have anything to say. I'm not very good with silences.
Well, perhaps we can change that. It's okay to just sit in silence every once in a while.
But I like talking to you. Why would I want to be silent when I could be talking to you?
Sometimes quiet company is just as good as a conversation. Especially
I get
after
it.
a very stressful day like today.
Is this your subtle way of telling me to?
Shh. I would never.
He kind of stands up from his chair and he wobbles a little bit. He goes, "My goodness.
That whiskey really has hit you, hasn't it?
I haven't had anything to eat since lunch yesterday. That's on me, though."
Since lunch yesterday.
Yes, I had chicken. It was very good.
I'm sure it was, but that
Yeah.
was a day ago at this point. Why don't you wait here and I'll put together some food for us?
You really don't have to. I mean, I gotta get back to the party anyway. They got food out there. I'll just grab something on my way in. Try to avoid everybody trying to talk to me.
I
It's all
think
good.
maybe you should at least wait here and let me get you some water.
All right. He kind of slumps in his chair. And as you go to leave, you hear like a very soft snoring.
I take the bottle of whiskey with me. Not gonna leave that behind when he's already off his rocker. And I quietly leave, closing the door behind me. And I think I'm gonna go find Marina if she's available for just a brief moment.
Sure. She is talking with people at the funeral thing. You make your way in. She sees you. She gives you like a very friendly wave, like, "Belriel, how are you? You look so handsome."
Oh, thank you. You're quite beautiful yourself. Oh, well, you're always beautiful, but today especially.
Thank you.
I was with Avros a moment ago. We were having a drink in his office.
Oh, did he tell you that he hasn't had anything to eat since yesterday?
Yes, he's told me that a couple times, actually.
He also hasn't really slept.
But yes, he didn't tell me that he hadn't eaten until after we had already had a few drinks.
Well, Arberiel, I don't think he would like turn you away if you come to spend time with him. Just being like, no, I can't. I haven't eaten. No, I can't. I haven't slept. He just
Well,
wants to be hang out with you.
I am flattered, actually. Um, but I came to find you to tell you that he's fallen asleep in his office, and I didn't want to just leave him there without telling somebody
No, I
where he
get it.
was.
I'll send the servant over with some food, like carbs or something to soak up the alcohol, and I think he just needs a nap. He's been working
Yeah,
night and
maybe
day, poor thing.
give
I
him
feel
a little bit
badly.
of time to sleep before sending someone in there.
Of course, I can handle this. I feel badly. He took on so much.
Yes, he told me that this large crowd was rather last-minute addition.
Yes, my grandfather. I'm going to be having a talk with him. Because where is he right now? No, he's not social butterfly, is he? It's me and my mother and everybody else talking, but not him.
It's a fair point.
Typical.
I-
Typical men, no offense.
None taken. Believe me, I've been to more than my fair share of family gatherings. None taken. How are you doing, by the way?
I mean, I have been better. It's nice to it was nice to finally lay him to rest. We found a very nice meadow in the forest where Avros and I used to play, and it was very peaceful.
I'm glad that part of it, at least, could still be a private affair.
I'm glad it was. I don't want a couple hundred people watching us lay him to rest, but I mean, the social aspect of it is not my favorite, but comes with the job.
Indeed it does. And you're doing that job quite well, for whatever that's worth.
Thank you. Do you need anything?
No. I'm going to go rejoin Gaius and everyone here in a moment. I just wanted to let you know about Avros.
Thank you so much. I appreciate how much you look out for him, because he's always looking out for me and my mother and my father. Nobody really gets to look out for him. So thank you.
And he deserves to have somebody. Anyway, if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you. And she gives you a hug.
And he hugs her back. A genuine hug, not just a token pat and leave type of thing. But gives her another bow before going to track down Gaius and the group.
As you track down Gaius, you see that Sonari is no longer there, and we are going to quickly jump over to Sonari as she kind of stealths her way through the Partington estate. I guess as you walk through, Effie, give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Yeah. Not my best. 12.
I think you should all put your dice in jail today. Just as like an umbrella thing. You make your way down the hallway. I'm guessing you're looking for Yadira and Rena.
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way, I think you probably maybe see like some of the black leaves from Rena's dress have kind of fallen off a bit in the direction of the library. There's just like a singular one outside the door, which is slightly ajar.
Okay, so can I hear anything just by being next to the door?
Give me, I guess, another perception check. Library is quite big, so
Okay, this one is a 16.
fantastic. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they are trying to like whisper. but as they're talking, you can kind of make out just they're kind of almost arguing. And as they talk, you hear Rena say in her very regal tone, I would have thought that you asking me to be here might have meant something. And Yadira goes, I only just laid my husband, your brother, to rest. I can't just pick up where we left off. I can't just run away with you. There's stuff I need to do. And hear Rena take like a deep breath and say, it's always the same excuses with you. When we were younger and now. And I did what you asked. I waited for you because you said there was some prophecy, and here I am, and it's still not good enough after 25 years. I don't know what you want from me. And Yadira also takes a deep breath and she goes, I am just asking for some time. There are expectations to do, and there's some unfinished business that I have to take care of that Rasmus told me before he died. It's of grave importance. It's more important, I'm sorry, than my feelings for you. People could get hurt. People are already getting hurt. And Rena goes, in all the years that I would appear hidden, and I watched you raise my brother's children, and you saw me in your window, and I know I was just in my bird form or whatever, but you never once told me anything more about this, and I don't know how to trust you after all these years if you don't share things with me. And Yadira, you can hear kind of like a rustling of clothes. If you peek through the door, you can see them, like Yadira has wrapped her arms around Rena, and Rena's not returning the hug. But Yadira says, I promise, in due time, I will tell you everything, but we have to step carefully right now. And there's a plot that we need to overturn. Otherwise, there is no chance for us to be together. And I think on that note, we gotta end for this week.
Holy shit, I was hoping for the lesbians. Yes!
Yeah, we're done for this week. But Rojan, take it away.
Alrighty. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight, or today here anyway. Thank you everyone for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, I'm tripping over my own words. This is not the only show that we do. Coming up later tonight at 8 o'clock Pacific time, we are going to have episode 3 of our Daggerheart game of the City of Redemption. Coming up on Monday, we should have another episode of Destiny Forge Campaign 4, which is our longest running show here on the channel, currently in its 4th campaign. Every other Tuesday, we've got Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tiltbot. On Thursdays, coming up, we got another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition Mass Effect mod that is run by Zorro. And then on the alternating Thursdays, we have Tricorn Isles, which is another 5th edition game that I run. Coming up next week, at this time on noon on Saturday, will be another episode of Withered Wastes, which is another one of our 5th edition games. And then later on in the night at 8 p.m. Pacific time is our superhero game of Vigilant 6. And then on alternating Saturdays, you have us here at noon with the Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini murder mystery adventure, and which is run by Malls. And then, like I said, 8 o'clock at night, we've got coming up our Daggerheart game of the City of Redemption. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you everyone for tuning on in, and we will catch you later.